my nigga, but the time now. Do you understand the words that's coming out of my mouth? They done put Chris Tucker on this bitch, let me find out. When the rebels link up, 3 words. The type of nigga that ain't really with the games. As a young rebel wanted money and the fame. Now I realize all that shit don't really mean a thing. It's 2017, you still get whips and chains. Only difference is they come with rims and diamonds that bling. But third, do your thing, I ain't trying to intervene. Leave that to them niggas shooting hair on. What I'm saying is, y'all get the message. Young and I'm restless, so anything less than my vision not impressed with. Keep my circle small and symmetric. Not an in-crowd type of nigga that's some Ron Artest shit. Verse Detroit when he tested. Ben Wallace, I've been a private niggas knowing I'm blessed with the gift. Fuck a minimum wage salary. Life is your reality, the hood is a mentality. Young youth need a reality check. Money bulging out their pockets till they mind is in debt. Cause beef what they said, they quick to put dough in your chest. So wearing bulletproof, still them niggas trying to invest. That's business, one-on-one. It's something that you need to know. We only gain power when we turn which way the heat is blow. So when the rebels link up, 3 words, let's ride out. It's been a long time coming, my nigga, but the time now. Do you understand the words that's coming out of my mouth? They done put Chris Tucker on this bitch, let me find out. When the rebels link up, 3 words. You're now tuned in to the sounds of Phase and the Third Eye Rap Musical Orchestra. Know what time it is, my nigga. Are we obsessed with mediocrity? Then why we live below standards of what a guy should be? We buy designer clothes before owning property, just to flex on other people. Look what we got, but see, we live for others without living for ourselves. When the only thing that matters is generational wealth. To break the cycle, making sure it don't continue. We still drive through knowing that what's on the menu. It's killing us hard. We still think like my God is better than your God when there's only one God. Still waiting on a nigga named Jesus to save us when it's God within us till we know it will never wake up. We still believing in old tales like heaven and hell when ain't nobody came back from the dead to tell. But tell me what's truth, no one knows for sure. Got my individual truth and your truth for sure, for sure. Too many broke dreams and smoke screens to kill you. Too much TV and phone screens to kill you. Too much Hennessy and social feeds can kill you. Too much of anything and everything can kill you. We got life fucked up. Can you see your own power when the life fucked up? Still listen to drugs and murder when we out. Bodies dropped and all of a sudden the violence gotta stop. We gotta keep a bottom on the shelf. We say we never turn down a fade, but to run away from ourselves. Still dealing with the problems within. Females seeing celebs and wanna look like them. With titties and ass shots while poking their ass out. For what? Just for a nigga to fuck them and cash out. Still lost to what's really going on. It seems right in front of our face, but we looking down at our phones. Can't escape it, no. Quit looking for preachers and spiritual teachers and go within for the faith and hope. Only when you close your eyes, then you see. Stop worrying about eyes, start worrying about weed for sure. Too many broke dreams and smoke screens to kill you. Too much TV and phone screens to kill you. Too much of McDonald's and Starbucks to kill you. Too much of anything.
We're live now.
Live with it.
We're live now.
Free agency, baby, is underway.
One-on-one with Solo and Diamond.
One-on-one with Dolo and Simon. Episode 7, Free Agency Extravaganza. What's the deal with everyone out there in the world?
So, a lot of shit is going on, man. But the main topic for today is hope.
Hope.
Hope for the Lakers because every domino is seeming to fall right now, and everyone we're interested in talk about Butler, Kemba, Kyrie, KD, Clay, anybody that was tied to the Lakers at some point in time is now off the market.
They're gone. Kevin Durant is a Brooklyn Net.
With Kyrie, with DeAndre, and Kawhi is still out there, bro.
The biggest domino on the market. Still out there with heavy ties to the Lakers right now, so.
But, like I said, hope, man, because supposedly, Kawhi's camp hit up hit up Magic Johnson, wanting to talk. What? Why? If you're Kawhi, why do you need to talk to someone who used to be the general manager?
Man,
Or used to be the president of basketball operations for the Lakers? If you're Kawhi, what's so important about Magic?
Chris Carter just shut that down right now.
What?
Said that never happened.
Kawhi Leonard has not met with or spoke with Magic Johnson. Magic, why, bro? Stop
What-
spreading these rumors, bro. Damn,
You
Magic.
know Chris Carter's plugged in with Kawhi's camp pretty
Leave us
heavily.
alone.
Terrence Ross, 4-year, $54 million deal with the Orlando Magic. His agent, who is the same agent for D'Lo, is the one who put that out there. He's off the Lakers board now.
Terrence Ross.
Terrence Ross off the Lakers board now. Going back to the Magic.
I mean, this is what happens when you wait on a superstar. You
This
wait
is-
on someone like Kawhi, you wait on someone like D'Lo, you know, those kind of guys,
Yep.
and you're gonna lose these solid ass
key-
role players that you can have on the squad.
Yep. But I mean, these people are getting paid today. These guys are getting a lot of money right now.
Hell yeah.
Brooke Lopez and Terrence Ross got the same deal. KD just posted on his Instagram he's going to the Nets.
We got no. I mean, we can't even split the cap space if we want
Yeah,
to now.
now
As
it's
far as
like-
like guys that can actually benefit us,
At this point, we have to get that third max player. We have to. Because as far as being able to split it up amongst a lot of great talent, who's out there right now? Terrence Ross is back with the Magic. Brooke Lopez is back with the Bucks. Chris Middleton is back with the Bucks. JJ Redick is now a Pelican on a 2-year, $26
Reggie
million
Bullock's
deal.
about to meet with the Knicks.
About to meet with the Knicks in Beverly Hills tonight. Like, Magic Johnson hasn't talked to Kawhi Leonard
Fucking Magic, bro.
like Magic Johnson said he did.
Come on now.
Man,
Just-
you'll be seeing us check our phones a lot because we got a lot of people telling us a lot of things from all over the place right now. Yep. Brooke Lopez and Terrence Ross got the same deal. Garrett Temple is a Brooklyn Net. Man, the Pelicans added a lot of shooting. They want to compete.
They are going to compete.
They want to compete this year. They do not want to sit there and just build.
That shows you what David Griffin thinks about
Yeah.
Drew Holiday, Brandon
Talent.
Ingram, about the guys that they have,
He has high-end talent.
about the progression of Alonzo. I'm interested in seeing if they even attempt to bring back Julius Randle, to be
Yeah,
honest.
no, I don't think so. It clogs the paint too much now for them. They need a space.
Even with
the
his
things
34
out.
from the 3 last year?
It's like Julius is 34 from the 3. It's not like he's attracting gravity. You know what I'm saying? It's not like they're
But
closing
he's
out
going to
on
get a
him.
lot of those open looks that Brooke Lopez used to get on the Lakers before
Yeah.
he was thought of as one
the
of those
big stretch
shooters.
five.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't know. I just think that his game is like Brooks' game is more predicated now to going outside, and it started that year with the Lakers.
Mm-hmm.
Julius Randle's game never needs to be predicated on going outside.
I mean,
before
it doesn't
anything else.
need to, but you're talking
Like
about...
not at any point in his career. He's too good of an attacker. That's where he
No,
that's
yeah,
where he
but-
went 20 and 10 at.
But in today's NBA, it doesn't hurt.
Oh no, it doesn't,
It doesn't
hurt. At
hurt.
all.
Now, I'm not saying that he's going to be that stretch 5 like Brooke is.
Trevor Ariza, 4-year, 2-year, $25 million deal with the Sacramento Kings. We mentioned him as a possible veteran minimum. He
That
is
just
not.
shows
Trevor
you.
Ariza just got 2 years, $25 million with the
Where
Sacramento
the fuck
Kings.
is Sacramento getting all this money from?
Exactly.
They just maxed the fuck out of Harrison Barnes, and now they're going to fucking give...
Brian Windhorst thinks that D'Angelo Russell could be headed to the Warriors as part of a sign-in trade that sends
With the Nets?
Kevin Durant to the Nets and
Oh.
giving him his 5-year extension.
Oh my goodness. Let us know, man. We got 3 people in the chat, 3 people watching. If anybody watching, let us know what you guys think about all this
This is going
madness.
crazy. I'll be telling you guys everything I hear as soon as I hear it.
D'Angelo Russell to the Warriors, bro?
It could be happening. That's a hypothetical
yeah.
3-way deal that Brian Windhorst said. But
Brian
it has,
Windhorst,
it
too,
has some, yeah, so it might not have much feasibility, but we'll see, man. It's a lot going on right now. KD's a Net, JJ Redick's a Pelican, Trevor Ariza's a Sacramento King, Harrison Barnes has got
Everybody's-
back on a big deal with the Sacramento Kings.
Other than 2 guys that you honestly rumored all year that were leaving,
Yeah.
everybody is mostly stayed.
How do you guys feel about KD to the Nets? Do you think that they're just gonna sit still this year? Do you guys think they're gonna compete because they have a ton of depth? Like, Dang, Philly already wants to extend Ben Simmons.
I know. I'd hold that off for a little bit. Not just because he's not worth it.
Yeah, but just, wow, you don't want to give it to him yet.
Not yet. Nah. You want to wait till that goes into free agency.
Yeah.
Make him a restricted.
Yep.
Sign somebody. Then give him that contract after you sign that guy.
You got to use his rookie wage deal for as long as you can to keep adding talent.
Damn, bro.
Man, this is all going crazy. What do you guys think is the next domino to fall, man? Somebody tell me something.
Where do you think Kawhi is going to go? Me, personally, I still think it's coming to the Lakers, man. I'm getting.
Is that an overpay for Trevor Ariza? I can't get over that right now.
Trevor Ariza, he did okay with Washington.
But he's like $12.5 million a season right now.
Think about what everybody else is getting. Garrett Temple got $5 million. Played 17 minutes off the bench.
What is Patrick Beverly going to command right now?
13. You got to give him 13. You got to give him the same contract.
He's much better than Trevor Ariza right now, as far as last year.
He's definitely
concerned.
He's not going to get more than Trevor Ariza, but you're going to give him 13.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he has to get more annually than Trevor Ariza. Trevor Ariza's got 2 years, and it's at 12.5 per year.
I don't believe so.
I think he's better than Trevor Ariza.
He's definitely better than Trevor Ariza, but I mean, for the Kings, Trevor Ariza is a solid-ass player. But, I mean, is there a team option? Or so far, we know it's just 2 years.
So far, we know it's just 2 years.
So if it's a solid 2 years, you're not really putting anything on the table. You still got De'Aaron Fox that's still on a rookie. Yep. I think Buddy might still be on a rookie.
Yeah, he's in Ingram's draft.
Your best guys on rookie contracts. So that's a low risk, especially for 2 years, even if it's without a team option. That's a low risk.
Yeah, but some of this money's going to be drying up pretty soon. You still got Bojan Bogdanovic out there, Patrick Beverly out there. We actually need to open up our free agency list and start crossing some guys out. Because, man, they signed Kings signed Trevor Ariza.
That's crazy, man.
Man, I'm just hoping that anything doesn't happen with D'Angelo Russell before something happens with Kawhi, man, which it seems like it probably will. Because I know his agent gets busy.
But Trevor Ariza signs for a minimum on 2K.
That's insane. Like,
I mean, shit.
12.5 per year for Trevor Ariza, like, they must really still believe in the skills of Trevor Ariza.
Ooh, Al-Farouq Amino, 3-year deal for only $29 million to the Magic.
Damn, they're trying to
compete out east.
They're trying to compete out east.
I mean, you're filling your team up with guys that can play ball, that can hoop, but not really any game changers.
Yeah, not really any game changers, just more depth. That means they're still hoping for Vucevic to continue to get better. He just had his best season last year. He still has some upside there.
Yep.
And those long guys on Orlando that haven't done shit yet, Jonathan Isaac and Mo Bamba, you still got to hope they're going to progress. You have to hope so. And Orlando has Markelle Fultz.
I don't know what he's
like. Basically, this channel is to watch two guys stare at their phone. No, we don't ever do this. We're doing this today because we have to get news.
Yeah, we got to find out.
We have to get news today. Like,
we're not gonna.
That's the only thing that is like I can't sit here and stare at the screen and continue a conversation when there's news breaking every 5 seconds.
Especially if this is a free agency.
Yeah, this is the free agency episode. We will be staring at our phones. You could go back to some other episodes and we rarely ever look at our phone. Dr. Jake Ramore. I bet you I said your name right.
Take that.
Yeah, had to stare at our phones today, man. This is just special circumstances. It's free agency, man.
Yeah, man. While you over there probably staring at your phone and staring at us, let us know what you think is going on, bro.
The Indiana Pacers and Ricky Rubio are in advanced talks on a deal. That's going to be going through pretty soon.
But for Indiana, that's a huge loss.
Yeah, it is.
You lose Darren. You lose the fucking ability of Darren.
You guys were both looking at your phones when I came in. We're sorry. We're trying to get information, Doc.
Yeah.
Come on, man. It's just laid back business over here, bro. We have a ton of I think Kawhi's coming. Yeah, we hope Kawhi's coming.
My goodness.
We're in Riverside, California as we speak. We hope Kawhi's coming. We need Kawhi to come.
Yes. At this point, we're losing everybody. We got no more options.
Exactly. Getting Kawhi Leonard changes everything, and that's the only way we get a huge win today. That's the only way we win free agency if we get Kawhi, because if we don't get him and if D'Lo goes to Minnesota or elsewhere, all of our money is getting tied up to where we can't even give it to nobody.
Yep.
We're gonna have to overpay somebody like everybody else is overpaying.
Trevor Ariza for 25 mil. We're gonna be oh my goodness. Who else is left to give a contract like that to?
I'm telling you, Pat Bev is one of our main targets. Seth Curry. Imagine what Seth Curry's gonna command now.
Oh yeah, he might get 8 to 10.
Man, people were just thinking Seth Curry was for sure gonna be everybody's mid-level target. If Trevor Ariza just got 12.5 mil and
he's 30 fucking 6.
Exactly, and Seth Curry's just coming off that crazy conference finals where he was playing his best basketball of his career. He's gonna get some money, man. So like, the Lakers really need to figure something out ASAP. But how do you not put all your eggs in that Kawhi basket? You have to.
You have to wait. It sucks.
You absolutely have to, because it's worth the risk. He's the only one out there that's worth the risk. Now that Butler is going to Miami and KD to Brooklyn, there was no way Kawhi goes to the Clippers. That's the last thing on earth I want to see is Kawhi go to the Clippers. I'll tell you that right now.
I'd cry.
Man, that would be the worst.
If news breaks right now that Kawhi signed with the Clippers,
Dr. Drake, we're gonna be mad at you.
I'm gonna shed some tears.
Exactly, it's gonna be sad. This is our free agency episode, man. We've been building to this, bro. It's gonna be a great episode. Right now, we just have to keep this information flowing, and we want to get it to you guys as soon as possible.
That shit is gonna be amazing, man.
It's the Lakers or the Lakers. Exactly. It has to be.
Think about it. You go back out east. Now you got some real problems to deal with in Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
If you come to the Lakers, you're gonna get to the finals and win chips.
Man, yeah, role players are flying off the board. The Lakers need to close this deal
now.
Because you're gonna have $32 million to spend on Wes Matthews and Ed Davis and Rashawn Holmes.
10 mil, 12 mil, 2 years.
That's what we don't want. That's what we don't want. So, Dr. Drake, do you have any low-key free agents you want the Lakers to target if the worst scenario comes and we don't get Kawhi? Let us know.
Yeah, let us know, man. Let us know what you're hoping for.
Yeah,
outside of Kawhi. Like, let's just say we don't get Kawhi. What are you hoping for?
Yeah, man, it's going crazy right now. But definitely got to keep it.
Lakers might not know what Kawhi might or will do until next week, and if they don't get him, how many of the guys they want are left?
That's very true.
Was D'Lo? Yeah, D'Lo was a solid ass backup.
Yeah, man, I wanted D'Lo bad. Like, I'm a D'Angelo Russell fan, and I was hoping for him to be coming. But when you hear that Kawhi is a true possibility, he becomes a distant second option. To be honest, because you. Getting Kawhi means the defense that Kawhi and AD can play. Let's just play fantasy basketball for a second. Hopefully I don't jinx anything, but imagine having Kawhi and AD on the same team, shutting down the paint and the perimeter. Like, it's like two lions out there just covering so much ground. If you get Quitter Magic Blewett with Brick Zoe, now...
Well, we're Zoe. I'm not gonna lie, we fuck with Zoe.
We love Lonzo, but he's gone now.
Like,
and whoever's gone now, like if you watch any of our other episodes, we are Brandon Ingram apologists and fans and cheerleaders. And now that they're gone and AD has arrived, we sold our babies for crack. That's what he said. AD is crack, and we sold all our babies for crack, and we are happy crackheads right now.
Yeah, exactly.
To the furthest extent. Yeah. And now we just need to finish this piece off.
I guess we're with you, Dr. Drake.
We're with you. We're with you, fucking Brick Zoe.
Brick Zoe.
Look like a New Orleans nigga.
Oh, shit.
Them boys go fly high, though.
Lonzo was horrible.
His younger brother is a better shooter. WTF?
Which one? LaMelo or Jello? Or both. Or both.
Hey, Lonzo is a second-level defender and distributor of the ball, but he's a Pelican. This is about the Lake show right now.
Yeah.
We will talk about the Pelicans a lot this year, whatever the case may be. Today is not the day. He said both. He said both the Ball brothers. Hey, man.
Hey, definitely subscribe, bro. If you're trying to debate
definitely
on Lonzo's future, on Ingram's future, or anything like that.
Yeah, whatever the case may be, because we'll be following it.
Hell yeah.
We'll be following it every step of the way.
Fuck, bro.
That's so insane that D'Angelo got traded for cap space that could be used to sign him right back.
I just don't understand what the fuck Charlotte's doing.
Charlotte is having a rough run, aren't they, in the draft and free agency? They're just not putting it together well. Charlotte's giving Terry Rozier $58 million over 3 years. That's a little under $20 million per year. Terry Rozier, who has proved what?
Houston signed Daniel House, who was
That's
undrafted,
a good shooter.
who was undrafted though for $11 million on a 3-year deal.
So he got 3 years, 33 mil?
No, 3 years, 11
mil.
mil.
Oh, that's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Solid. That's a contract
But
the Lakers could have used.
yeah, that's still a little
5
too much,
viewers.
though.
What's the deal, you
That's
guys?
still a little
What's
bit too
cracking
much,
out there,
though.
man?
That's the room
Today,
exception
right
for
now,
us.
we are hoping for Kawhi Leonard. We're crossing our fingers, our toes, whatever you can cross. Today, right now, is the hope part of the episode.
Yep.
Just imagine Kawhi and AD. Now, LeBron is the catalyst. He's the delegator. But move him to the side for a second. Imagine a team with LeBron and Kawhi.
Who has more pressure locking this shit down to bring Kawhi? LeBron or Rob?
It has to be LeBron.
LeBron?
If we don't get Kawhi or D'Lo, who would be a good pick for the Lakers?
That's tough.
a good
because
question. That's a great question.
Everybody got picked up. I mean, there's
Everybody's
no more.
getting picked up.
Yeah.
Everybody's getting picked up, J Squad. That's pretty tough. But hopefully, somebody good. Yeah, but are they signing with mid-level exception and minimum contracts? J.R. Smith, Melo, ridiculous. Yeah, man, it's looking like that's the market.
my goodness.
That hurts because who's going to take... We got the mini mid-level. We have the lowest mid-level exception you could possibly have at $4.8 million.
Because we're crackheads.
Who's taking that right now?
Yeah.
But if not Kawhi or D'Lo, I still say Patrick Beverly and Danny Green look like a solid backcourt if we don't sign anybody big. But it will be so disappointing at this point.
Danny Green, Mavs talking, heating up. Ooh, 3-year, $51 million for Ricky?
Ooh, 3 years, $51 million for Ricky Rubio to go to the Pacers.
And you lose Bojan, right? Let's just
Yeah.
assume they lose Bojan to the Jazz, too.
Yeah.
Where's your shooting coming from now? Your shooters are
Jeremy
gone.
Lamb, 3 year, $31 million with the Pacers. The Pacers are just. Why would you prioritize Jeremy Lamb over Bogdanovich?
Oh, my
The
goodness.
Pacers,
You're
man.
fucking up,
Waiting
man.
for
I mean, they're going to be a solid defensive team.
Yeah, they're gonna be decent, but
defense doesn't win championships instead
and
of
is Aaron Holiday ready to play those significant minutes when Ricky Rubio can't shoot?
I forgot about Aaron Holiday.
Like, is he ready in his second year to have that big of a role on that team? Because when Ricky Rubio's having a poor shooting night and he's turning the ball over, and you need a point guard out there who can make open shots, Ricky Rubio's not that guy. What?
Utah just got Bojan, 4 years, $73 million.
Oh my God, he got 4 years, $73 million. That's why he's not back in Indiana. Bojan Bogdanovic got 4 years and $73 million from Utah. Utah's low-key stacked.
Golden State will not be favored next year, bro.
Oh, it's the
amazing.
best. We do not like Golden State. I don't cheer for nothing in the Pacific Division. That means Sacramento, Golden State, Clippers are always at the bottom of my list.
Yeah.
And Boston. Always.
Buck Foster.
Buck Foster for life.
Hey, man. But I'm extremely excited.
I'm still excited, man.
Lakers right now are the favorite.
They have
Right?
to be.
Coming out west.
They have to be. They have to be the favorite no matter what.
Even if we don't fill up the team.
Even if we don't fill up the team.
Even if we don't fill up the team. Like, no, seriously. Even
Yeah.
if we don't fill up the team with real talent and we fill it up with guys like J.R. Smith and Melo, do you still think, Dr. Drake, we're favorites to win it all next year? Do you still think we're favorites to win it all? If we fill it up with guys like Melo and J.R.
He said all the former Laker fans in Oakland can get out their dusty jerseys. Yeah, put them Shannon Brown jerseys back on.
Hell yeah. Devin George and Medvedenko.
Put them Rick Fox jerseys back on. Them Lamar Odom jerseys back on. Oh, man. There's a lot going on. This has been one
Malcolm
of
Brogdon to Indiana, bro.
Are you serious?
No wonder they let his ass
the...
walk.
agreed to a 4-year, $85 million deal with Indiana. How much money does Indiana have?
How much defense do you need?
Exactly, but Brogdon can shoot that thing.
Shit.
Indiana's becoming a factor. Like, free agents are flocking to Indiana right now.
Not
When does that ever happen?
Indiana's trading a first round. Oh, it's a sign and trade with Milwaukee. So
Yeah,
they're
it
sending
has to be.
a first round pick and 2 second round picks.
Shit, that's steep.
Damn.
That's fucking crazy right now, man. Everything is going crazy.
Yo, Indiana.
He said this is like 2016 all over again. Yeah, they're throwing money around. As long as it's not the Lakers, though. As long as it's not Luol Deng and Timofey, we're good. Let's just keep on hoping.
Let's talk about the Jazz, though.
The Jazz with Conley, with Bojan. Bojan was one of my favorite free agents in the whole summer. Joe Ingles, who I love a lot.
Rudy, who I don't know who's going to be there for, because Derek Favors definitely looks like he's going to be out of there.
Derek Favors has to be out of there. Man, this is going crazy today.
Disagree. Redick and Ross deals are really good at 13 mil. And Minu at 10 mil is a good value. Yeah.
Man, he said Conley needs to retire.
Oh, that's fucked up. That's fucked up. He's not that bad, man. He's still a solid ass point guard.
He's straight.
I wouldn't have him for 30 mil, but
man, the D'Angelo shit has been quiet, and the Kawhi shit has been dead silent.
I really think D'Angelo's waiting for the Lakers.
He has to.
I think he wants some kind of redemption.
Yeah,
there's no reason
I think
for
so too. It's such a good story. You know what I'm saying?
There's no reason for him to not take any kind of deal with Minnesota right now, or for that Brooklyn shit to not be popping with that sign and trade. That
not even talking about a sign and trade with Brooklyn at all so far.
Yeah.
As far as it being real, it's all been speculation. There's been nothing sourced as far as them looking for a sign and trade right now.
I'm surprised that DeMarcus free agency is going really quiet.
Yeah, DeMarcus Cousins has no buzz right now.
No.
People so far in free agency today have flocked to the Jazz and to the Indiana Pacers. That's crazy for free agency.
Now, is that because, it has to be money.
It has a lot to do with money.
It has to do with money.
But it also has a lot to just do with, I guess they feel like they'll be happy there.
Maybe how open the NBA is because of Golden State.
Golden State not being that big of a factor. The Lakers have to be in the lead for Kawhi Leonard. It's like James last year. The Lakers did nothing, and then all of a sudden, fingers crossed, man. Fingers crossed on that Seth Curry deal not coming too soon.
Yeah.
Because Seth is the best shooter out on the market right now. He shot 49% from 3 last year and was on fire during the playoffs. Ricky Rubio's going to Phoenix.
No, he's not.
Ricky Rubio's going to Phoenix. They pivoted.
Oh, shit.
Ricky Rubio going to Phoenix on a 4-year, $51 million deal. Cross Phoenix off of the D'Angelo Russell list. The race for Kawhi Leonard has narrowed to the Phoenix. Lakers and Clippers. That's just somebody.
I like that for Phoenix.
The defense, they need somebody to play defense super bad.
Now you got someone to really play point guard that can distribute. You're not just relying on Devin Booker to do that shit for you.
Yeah.
Devin Booker ain't doing that shit at a high level. Not point guard, at least.
For
that
real.
man's going to score the ball. But Ricky Rubio
30.
Can guard that best perimeter guy.
Man, it's going crazy right now. You guys keep hitting us with the questions. Keep subscribing. Keep liking.
Or Kawhi Leonard for the Lakers. Bro, you got to wait for Kawhi. Like, at this point, we're losing out on the depth.
Yeah.
So we got to keep this Kawhi train going and just wait as long as it takes for it to get to the next nation. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out my man Paulino France for asking that question.
Yeah, let us know what you think, bro. What do you think about KD
depth?
to the Nets?
A lot of the depth is gone. KD's a net, Kyrie's a net, DeAndre Jordan just snuck in there. He's a net.
So what's up with Jared Allen though?
What happens to Jared Allen, who just led the league in blocks, was one of the top league leaders in blocks last year? He just had a great season in his second season in the NBA, and now he's going to come off the bench.
What
about New Orleans? We love what New Orleans has going on, man.
We love what they got for AD, man.
Although
we love AD, we
love
what
AD.
we got.
Yeah, we love it for both sides.
Yeah, we love it for both sides.
AD is an alien. We're going to see some crazy stuff this season coming up.
Dr. Drake said I would have probably done depth early on, one injury and the season is over. True.
That's very true.
True. But at the same time, with those 3 stars that you get, you can now have that load management taken to the next level.
Oh, yeah.
And you don't got to rely on Kawhi, LeBron, and Davis to do it on a nightly basis like you would have to if you would have went with depth first. Imagine having to rely on LeBron like he's 20 years old. The man is about to be 36, 35.
He's about to be 35 this season in December.
Yeah, I can't. These guys are great. They know sports.
Man, we appreciate that.
Appreciate you,
we love it. We appreciate all this interaction, man. It's been crazy today.
Yeah.
And we're going to keep this news coming to you guys as soon as it drops. Just a quick recap. We got JJ Redick going to the New Orleans Pelicans on a 2-year deal. He said we do need Kobe because you said Kobe. We got Trevor Ariza going to the Kings to be coached by Luke Walton in Sacramento. We got Harrison Barnes re-upping with the Kings. We got Malcolm Brogdon on a 4-year, $85 million deal going to the Pacers. Ricky Rubio headed to Phoenix on a 4-year, $51 million deal.
Washington, 3 years, $25 million for Thomas Bryant.
The Bryant we drafted, he had a pretty decent year last year. He seems to be going up. If we get D'Lo, who else would be a really good choice for the Lakers? D'Lo, and if you can get Pat Bev or Danny Green on the cheap next to D'Lo is the best you can do. Because it's the offensive D'Lo and it's the shooting and defense of Pat Bev or Danny Green. So that would be all-time great.
So Lakers have not carried negotiations with role players for anything beyond the veteran minimum.
Oh, so they're confident.
So I mean,
they're confident.
Not only are they confident, but what does that tell you? What does that tell you about what they think about the other guys that are signing for those big deals?
Yeah, they don't want to get themselves strapped in.
No.
Beverly wants 10 a year. That's not happening. Well, if D'Lo takes 22 a year, which is somewhat possible, because I guess they said that the Lakers aren't planning to max him out. But if D'Lo takes 22 mil a year and Pat Bev wants 10, that's 22 plus 10. That's 32 mil right there.
Paulino says Pelicans got a squad with JJ. Not gonna lie, I'm gonna be a Pelicans fan.
On the low, on the under.
Hey,
man.
Bro.
It's so tough. It's going to be so crazy to see them guys develop, man. To see B.I. and Zoe and all them develop with all that talent around them. But at this point, you're getting a lot of... Who's going to average the most points? Like, it's going to be really spread out. I see, like, nobody averaging more than 20 on that team next year.
Yeah.
I will hope for B.I. too, but, I mean, you got J.J. going to eat. You got Giroux going to eat. You got Zion going to eat. Lonzo's going to chip in his
now with
10
JJ,
to 12 points.
With JJ there too, man.
It's tough.
I'm a little concerned about B.I.
Exactly. The fit is looking weird now.
Yeah, because he is one of those ball dominant type players. He moves the ball.
He needs to get his mid-range game going and everything.
Yeah.
That's B.I.'s strong suit. So they got all these mouths they need to feed on the Pelicans now.
It seems like David Griffin is trying to implement some kind of system with Gentry.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And Ingram is one of those guys that you just got to go out there and let him hoop.
I'm not buying it. They had 3 to 4 years to develop here. Well, I mean, we don't want to get into this, Dr. Drake.
Dr. Drake.
This has to be on another episode.
Yeah, that has to be on another episode.
Because we will argue this point until we're blue in the face, man. This is about free agency. I hope everybody in the chat right now and everybody watching is crossing their fingers, subscribing, and hoping for Kawhi Leonard to join the Lakers.
Dr. Drake, though, we're next episode, let's do it.
Next episode, Dr. Drake. Please subscribe next episode, and we can talk Lakers former young core the whole episode with you.
Yeah.
Hopefully after we have Kawhi Leonard already on the team.
Oh my goodness. Oh my God.
Gotta check the phones. Man, that Mirotic shit is so surprising, him going back overseas.
And there's still no definite number on it.
Exactly. You're not going to get more money overseas than you are in the NBA. The economics are just not the same for basketball.
Someone was saying it was, 6 years, 80 million? But then someone else said 6 years, 100 million?
They don't give contracts out like that out there unless you play soccer. Like, in Europe and overseas, they're not giving out multi-million dollar deals like that. That's interesting. Portland and Damian Lillard have reached agreement on his supermax. So Dame Lillard is playing for 4 years at $194 million for Portland to stay in Portland.
Is that good? Is that a smart deal for Portland?
That's always been Dame's MO. Dame has always said, I'd rather do it here than anywhere else. Now, is he going to get tired of getting smacked by the Lakers the next 4 years? Of course. But so is everybody else.
Should Charlotte have done that shit for Kemba?
No. They don't have the support around him. You know what I'm saying? They don't even have a CJ or a Nurkic or a... Shit, they didn't even have an Aminu. Now,
do you think they look worse now, or would they have looked worse given that horrible contract to Kemba?
Well, you gave a pretty horrible contract to Terry Rozier, if you ask me. So I would have rather just gave it to Kemba and said, this is our franchise guy. Please keep coming to fill these seats up and keep coming to watch Kemba Walker play.
I mean, that speaks volumes. Your reputation's already bad.
Exactly. Now how are people looking at Charlotte? Just look at Indiana, though, man. Indiana now has Malcolm Brogdon, and they traded for T.J. Warren and Jeremy Lamb. Jeremy Lamb, Malcolm Brogdon, and Victor Oladipo. How do they all play together at the same time? Is Jeremy Lamb a 3?
I think Jeremy Lamb comes off the bench.
Oh, yeah, I can see that. He didn't get a crazy contract. His contract wasn't that crazy. It's like at 11 a year, so...
But if you need someone to fill that role that Tyreek Evans was in, you know
What's
what I'm
wrong
saying?
with Sacramento? Why did they give Trevor Ariza all that fucking money?
I mean, it's a low risk.
$12.5 million for Trevor Ariza the next 2 years.
It's really low risk. It's a guy that you plug and play with. I mean, you're trying to contend for the 7th and 8th seed in the West. Right about now, I mean, if Marvin what does that mean for Al Horford? Weren't they trying
They were trying
to give
to-
a monster contract to Al Horford?
Thomas Bryant just won the lottery. Yeah, he did.
Yep.
For what he's done in the league so far to get that amount of money,
I personally wouldn't have done it.
I wouldn't have done that at all. Like, I would have thought maybe 3 years, $15 million or something, 2 years, 10. But Bryant's deal is fully guaranteed by Washington.
Yeah, I mean,
They just made him one of the pillars of their franchise with that terrible John Wall contract and that Rui Hachimura draft pick.
whoever that GM is, bro, has to go.
They don't even necessarily have a front office. They just have somebody like
They don't got a GM.
interim waiting to sign a front office. Washington's trash right now. You don't go through this big of a free agency period without having all your ducks in a row. I'm sorry, you just can't do that.
Wow, that's crazy. Fucking Washington, bro.
Yeah.
They will end up stretching it before it's over. Possibly. You're talking about Wall, right? Is you
talking about John Wall's Supermax is just kicking in this year.
I know, but before it's over, that still gives them time to see what they get for John Wall.
That's
But
tough
if
to
you're
stretch
talking
out.
about Thomas Bryant,
Thomas Bryant's still young. I mean,
because they can stretch him out like the way the Knicks did it back in the 70s, where they stretched out old boy up until, 2012?
oh man.
You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, I wish I could think of the name.
They stretched out some dude back in the 70s or 80s, and that shit didn't stop hitting
For a
the cap
long
until,
time. Rodney Hood, 2-year, $16 million deal with Portland. So and he signed with CAA. So CAA is
D'Lo?
this D'Lo's place, and they are announcing the deals themselves. They're not letting the team do it. They're telling Woj themselves. So anything you hear about D'Lo is more than likely to come from Woj, because it seems like he's getting direct connect with CAA right now.
Fuck. Come on.
Don't expect much from the Clippers until Kawhi makes his decision. We all knew that. We all knew that.
The worst part is just nothing at all coming.
Man, the worst part is just not being able to get quality depth, which all that shit is going away. And $32 million doesn't seem like that much money for depth anymore. All the depth we need, because we need more than just 2-3 players. We need 5-6 players, and then guys on the back end of second round draft picks and veteran minimums.
Not to mention, everybody assumed that the Lakers would be getting a shooter like Kyle Korver,
Yeah.
who is yet to be released
Exactly.
from his contract. How many shooters are left out there? Some real guys, some real shooters. I mean, you got Wayne Ellington. But
Wayne Ellington.
shit, looking at what's going on, how much
He
is
might
gonna
get paid. Wayne Ellington, Wesley Matthews can shoot it. The Morris twin can shoot
Trevor
it.
Ariza got 13 mil. Wesley Matthews is probably gonna get 13 mil.
If Wesley Matthews gets 13 mil, man.
He just finished getting 18?
Yeah, he was overpaid from his last contract massively and ended up having the Achilles tear. Then he came back and played some solid basketball for Indiana last year, so we'll see, man. But at the end of the day, nobody has LeBron James and Anthony Davis. I want everybody to take a deep breath and realize that no team in the NBA will be running out LeBron James and Anthony Davis besides our beloved Lakers.
He said KCP is coming back.
I can see that after the money's spent. They probably won't do that before the money's spent. We have KCP's bird rights because he signed with the Lakers for 2 years, so they could go over to re-sign him if need be.
I don't like KCP.
I don't like KCP's irritated me the last couple of seasons, but I'd rather him over J.R. Smith.
Oh, hell yeah. Anything over there. I'd rather have Vince Carter.
I'd rather
Give me Vince Carter.
have KCP over J.R. Smith and Carmelo. Man, make sure you guys hit that follow on Twitter, hit that subscribe, man, hit everything. We got so much coming for y'all, man. We're going to keep covering this free agency, man, until we can't no more.
Yep. Again, this is going to be a little bit of a weird episode. We're kind of just going to be talking as news comes in.
Yeah.
We're not really talking about a specific thing, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? We're just reacting to the shit like you guys are. We want you guys to talk your shit about what you think about the moves that's happening.
Yep.
So they're gonna the other episodes that come from here after this is gonna be super live once we find out what happens and see what these teams look like.
Will we be having a welcome Kawhi to the Lakers episode coming up here in the near future?
I think so.
I think so too.
I honestly do.
You heard it here first. The guys from the One-on-One podcast with Solo and Diamond are very confident Kawhi Leonard is coming here. That's the hope. That's what we're believing in. Best big three of all time. Showtime will be more than back if that happens.
I don't even want to think about Showtime. Like, that's just it's so tacky now. Like, Showtime is back for the Lakers. Like, that shit is just so tacky.
But at the end of the day, that's what everybody's going to say.
I know, that's what's just like, it's just horrible though. Like, fuck, let's move on from that shit. Let's start something new.
So, best shooters, Danny Green, Seth Curry, Tobias Harris is still out there. Pat Beverly shot 40%. Bobby Portis shot 38.8% last year. Marcus Morris shot 37.5%. He's still out there. Kawhi shot 37%. D'Lo shot 37%. Wayne Ellington, Wesley Matthews, Nick Stauskas, Darius Miller, Frank
Dr. Drake said
Kaminsky.
Lakers are going to need to sign Jordan Farmar again at this rate.
Man, and Derek Fisher.
And Darius, what's his name?
Darius Miller.
Was it Darius Miller?
I think so, something. And he played with Kobe for a little bit.
Yeah, he got drafted out of Michigan State.
Yeah, something
Darius,
like that.
Yeah, Darius something. Damn, bro.
Yeah, all the shooters out there, man. The best shooters on the board left is Danny Green, Seth Curry, Tobias, and Pat Bev.
Which are going to require money.
Those are all the 40% three-point shooters out there.
Is it
Smush
that
Parker.
the rest of the guy... Oh,
Vladimir Radmanovic. We need you, Vlad.
Who the fuck is... Oh, yeah.
Chris
oh, my
Mim.
goodness. Hey, those guys are before their time.
Oh, yeah,
The stretch European big Peja,
Oh, yeah.
Vladimir, Keith Van Horn to an
For
extent.
real.
Right.
Come on. We ain't heard nothing about the Lakers so far. Nothing about their intentions or any of that. I forgot Clint Bazemore got traded to the
Kent Bazemore?
Kent Bazemore got traded to the Blazers for Evan Turner.
How do they even have... Oh, no. They have... No. How do you sign Rodney Hood at $8 million? They have the mid-level exception, the full? They're over the cap like a bitch.
Oh, they just traded for who? For Rodney Hood?
Yeah.
I don't know what they did with that. Shit, Denver's renegotiating with Jamal Murray to get his contract extended already.
Fucking Utah's gonna be something.
Shit, if Donovan Mitchell don't shoot 12 for 38,
I mean,
they'll be alright.
Joe Ingles and Bojan, bro. That's gonna be fucking amazing to see them just throwing up threes like that.
It is. Man, but Anthony Davis is still, so far, to me, the biggest acquisition of the summer. Even over KD to Brooklyn. Mainly because KD's not going to play.
Yeah, of course. But you got KD and Kyrie, like...
AD. I take AD over KD and Kyrie. Anthony Davis, baby.
Who would you take, Dr. Drake?
Would you rather have a combination of Kyrie coming off of his bad playoff run with the Celtics and KD coming off possibly, most likely a career-altering injury, or Anthony Davis in his prime?
Oh, shit.
In his young prime, he said AD. But, I mean, every Laker fan should feel that way right now. AD is our guy. AD is going to have some incredible games. Remember when Shaq went for 61 points on his birthday versus the Clippers? AD's going to do that once a week.
Bro, I need fucking prime.
Prime, no doubt. Yep.
No doubt. Yeah.
AD's going to do that once a week. I mean, once every other week. Just have some crazy, insane games.
Just imagine if we can get Kawhi to join them, bro.
Man, LeBron just delegate and be the point guard, average 10 assists.
More than 10.
You know LeBron's with that.
You know Kuz is going to throw up about 15 shots, even with Kawhi on the team.
He better relax.
And then you put KCP on that bitch, he's going to shoot up some crazy shit.
KCP shot us out of so many games. Anybody who's watched the Lakers the last 2 seasons knows that. KCP has shot us out of games. Especially when he was in jail.
What do you mean when he was in jail?
KCP was in jail the first year he was with the Lakers.
Yeah,
he
I
was
remember
playing and
that,
then going back to the
going back to court
little
and
jail,
shit.
little jail shit they got. It's like a little camp in LA.
Oh man, the fact that nothing's coming out.
I know. Right now it's really quiet.
Yeah, it exploded.
Yeah,
A lot of shit that we already kind of
when we first went live on there, it went crazy, but now it's really stagnant.
We have nothing committed.
Yeah, nothing committed to the Lakers. We still boast.
No more Lakers are interested in pursuing this guy.
Yeah,
Lakers are interested in this guy. Like,
we still boast a roster of LeBron, AD, Kuzma, and Taylor Horton-Tucker for next season so far. So, let's go. We need players, man. At some point, you need bodies on the team. They're working hard, man. It must be crazy to be in the front office of Toronto, the Clippers, and the Lakers right now. Put yourself in their shoes. Put yourself in that position of working in one of those front offices right now. What are you feeling if you're Toronto right now?
if you're Toronto, you're more nervous than anything. But at the same time, if you're Toronto, you're the only one that so far that's pulled off something amazing as far as like winning a championship.
Yep.
You gave Kawhi's best friend an assistant coaching job on the staff. You got to feel confident. But with that said, you're also really nervous because you did all this for him and now he could possibly leave. Remember when it broke a few years ago, Lakers trade for Roy Hibbert?
I was like, yeah.
Okay, it might work.
It didn't work. I was trying to be optimistic about that too. That shit didn't work.
Yeah, I mean, we try to be.
I try to be optimistic about Luol Deng. I try to be optimistic about Timothy Mozgov. Like, oh, he's gonna come in and really protect the rim. Because I was so sick of Roy Hibbert at the time when we got Mozgov. I was like, man, because Roy Hibbert just was so stiff and he was falling over all the time.
Yeah, I hated both those signings, Luol Deng and Mozgov.
Oh, they were terrible signings.
But I remember at the time when you were saying that you were trying to, like how you just said,
be optimistic.
Make yourself make yourself fall in love. Well, not in love with it, but being optimistic.
Yeah, because it's what you got. It's what you're gonna put out there on the floor. That's one of the best things about having AD is you don't have to force yourself to be happy about it. You don't have to force yourself to think, oh, maybe he can have big nights. Like, we will watch BI and be like, okay, maybe it's 30 tonight, maybe 35. The next game, maybe 14 or 17. AD is going to be like, oh, 40 yesterday? Okay. Then 45 tonight? Oh, then 30 the next night, then 25, then 22. Like, Anthony Davis is going to be so exciting to watch. I've watched so many Anthony Davis highlights. Not that I didn't know his game or appreciate his game before he was a Laker. It looks different when you know he's on your team. It just feels different in those highlights when you know he plays for the Lakers. Like, that's so crazy. All the guard skills he's retained and got better with, he was pulling off some sick ball handling moves this past season. If you watch the film, he was going behind the back between the legs to get to the rim to finish.
Effortlessly.
Just so effortlessly. Like, he does this. Like, the AD factor is a huge factor to me. Huge. But we need depth. We need more pieces. We need Kawhi. I wonder how many guys are waiting to see. Like, I wonder if anybody who possibly wants to play for the Lakers, are they waiting? Is Seth Curry waiting on a deal instead of getting a deal? And why hasn't Klay Thompson's deal been announced that they said was going to be announced as soon as free agency hit?
Yeah.
They said that
he's another guy that said that would possibly entertain the Clippers.
And I guess Ramona Shelburne just said on ESPN it's on Genie to close the Kawhi Leonard deal.
Oh my God.
And Ramona, even though she gets on my nerves at times because she has a little negative connotation about the way she talks about the Lakers, but she has been informative in the past, even though she said LeBron wasn't coming here last year.
Like, every ESPN personality, bro, is
they irritate.
But they're always at their best when you barely hear about them. When they're on the come up, then once they get to ESPN and they're well known, it's just like they're annoying as fuck. It doesn't seem like they understand or that they get their facts as right as they used to.
And for the Clippers, it hurts more for all these guys to be coming off the board because if you don't get Kawhi, what are you going to be trotting out there next year? If you don't get Kawhi and let's say Pat Bev leaves, your team just got worse. And you're not. Can you roll over the cap space for 2020 to what? You gonna try to steal AD from us?
And Pat Bev is probably.
You gonna try to sign Draymond Green?
Pat Bev is probably one of those guys that's waiting for Kawhi to see what he does, because if he goes to the Clippers,
he'll probably run right back there.
He can re-up with the Clippers and they can re-sign him and go over the cap.
Whatever type of deal they want.
Yep. Damn, bro. I just want something to come out like Kawhi to the Lakers. Anything.
So Dave McMenamin, who's plugged in with the Lakers, said, as we wait on news on what the Lakers brass has been doing since 3 p.m., a league source told ESPN that the team, ever so wary of tampering, expressed on Saturday they had a meeting planned with a unicorn. Kawhi Leonard clearly is LA's top target by a mile.
Watch that shit be Jimmy Butler.
So they already told people that they have a meeting with somebody who they called a unicorn. I don't know if Kawhi Leonard would go as that. He's not like a big man who could do all kind of crazy stuff. I thought that was the unicorn. Was a 7-footer who could shoot threes and block shots and stuff.
And it's all. I mean, it's been reported too, like all week almost that.
Yeah.
Kawhi Leonard will meet with the Lakers on Monday, Clippers on Tuesday, and then the Raptors.
Mm-hmm.
So this shit might just be something that we don't get until.
Yeah, it might just drag on. It seems like it, but anything can happen at any minute.
I mean, shit's happened so far.
Exactly, and when are the Lakers going to come out and say anything? It seems like they plan on keeping everything hushed. I think they feel pretty confident. They're not scrambling as Bo said they were a week or so ago.
Like
yeah, they definitely don't seem like it.
Hell yeah, fake it till you make it.
But that definitely has not been the Lakers' MO the last few seasons.
Hell no, with Magic Johnson on board, we was leaking everything.
Are the Lakers a top 3 team in the West if they strike out on Kawhi, Russell, and Butler?
I mean,
hell yeah.
The Lakers have two top 5 players in the league.
The Lakers have the 2 best players in the league on the team right now.
Nah,
Kawhi's the
top
only.
5.
I don't like. Okay, so who's better than who in the top 5?
Kawhi's better than LeBron right now, at this moment. Two-way player.
I mean,
LeBron's not going to give you any kind of defense.
But Kawhi's not going to give you any kind of facilitating.
Yeah, but he's going to give you...
And floor generalship. Like, if Kawhi's shot's not falling, his other teammates have to pick him up.
He's also not a ball-dominant player like LeBron is.
When he gets the ball, he dominates it.
He's dominating.
He doesn't have it to delegate the whole offense.
He's dominating with the ball.
But when he has the ball, it's his ball. He's not usually one looking to kick out or pass away.
Definitely does.
But of course, LeBron has the ball in his hands more in a game than Kawhi does.
Slows the game down more than Kawhi does.
I think they both are half-court players. I don't think either of them are up and down guys.
I definitely would say Kawhi's better than LeBron right now, and I would say Kevin Durant 100% healthy is better than LeBron right now. And I honestly think Anthony Davis and LeBron are probably anywhere from 3 to 5 guys.
I think in the top 5, the most talented player in the top 5 is Anthony Davis, even with the healthy Kevin Durant. Just as far as talent is concerned, now he's yet to put it all together, so I can't automatically just perch him to the top, because everybody else in the top 5 we're speaking of has put together real runs.
Yeah.
Now, but I think talent-wise, if I was just starting from scratch,
we're talking about like right now.
Give me AD. And if we're talking right now, we're talking that KD is not playing right now.
No, yeah.
So if we're talking right now, I'm talking Kawhi and LeBron, and I'm for sure somebody that can't just say definitively that Kawhi is better than LeBron.
But if you had to pick one,
for a
like
four-year
right
contract or for a season?
For whatever contract they have now, for like right now, like
okay, for the rest of the so Kawhi's future 4-year deal and the rest of LeBron's 3-year deal. Yeah, I'll take Kawhi, of course. Just because the foresight, I know I'm going to get somebody on LeBron's level at least right now, and obviously you expect LeBron to come down over the course of time and Kawhi to continue to elevate.
So even before you go into
but if it was for a year,
next season,
or a game or a series, I definitely want to take LeBron, because I need somebody that if his shot's not falling, if things aren't going well for him, he can help other guys out. And I mean, of course, I'm going to lack on defense, what Kawhi gives me, but
I'm not going to lie, man.
I need LeBron, though. I think LeBron still, at the end of the day... It
doesn't seem like LeBron helped out our team as much last year at all, to be honest.
The injuries didn't help our team.
Even when they were playing.
They were 14-6, or whatever the case may be.
What I'm saying is, it seemed like our team, those young guys, had to go get it. It seemed like LeBron wasn't it didn't seem like like they made LeBron to be this guy that was putting them in position to do this and do that, made their guys that much better. Like, nah,
He did it for Kuzma.
our guys have to go scrap our shit.
He did it for Kuzma for sure. Kuzma was way better with LeBron on the court with him than off. The on-off numbers without LeBron, Kuzma's
It
very,
seemed like
very
the
below
young
average.
Lakers struggled just as much to get those 37 wins or 35 wins as they did last year or the year before to get those 35 to 37 wins.
I think maybe if I had a bigger sample size of the 3 best players playing together for more than 20 or so games, I could give you a better answer to that because LeBron, BI, and Lonzo only played together for like 5 weeks out of the whole season, so it's like I can't really call that.
And you know what worries me too is someone that the Lakers have been targeting or supposedly targeting, Al Horford. He's still out there.
He is still out there. And most people would have thought he would have been snatched up by now.
Supposedly he had a deal waiting for him.
Yeah.
Who the fuck is that deal? If we don't get Kawhi, if the Lakers, watch it be the Lakers. If we don't get Kawhi, hey, yo, Al, we'll give you this 4 year.
Man, with the Suns' money drying up now, T-Wolves and Lakers seem to be D'Angelo's only suitors.
I think D'Angelo's waiting on Kawhi.
Indiana was also one of D'Angelo's places to go, and they're done as far as money is concerned. Now Utah's done. I mean, we're going to see what happens. The trade market for Danilo Gallinari's drying up, they just said. And that means there's not really a way Kawhi Leonard can bring another star there with him.
You can stretch him.
You can. They'll have to lose out on a lot of depth.
And that's only for 1 year too. No, it'll be for what?
It doubles the years. It doubles the years.
So 2 years?
D'Lo is definitely coming if KL loses his mind and chooses Clippers. Yeah, I agree with that because with the Pacers and maybe D'Lo might set up a last-minute meeting with the Knicks or the Clippers because those seem to be the teams who could lose the heaviest, who could pay the biggest price tag for putting all their eggs into the free agent basket. The Knicks and the Clippers are set up to fail. The Lakers could not sign Kawhi, get D'Lo, and flesh out the rest of the rosters, and they're still big winners because they have Anthony Davis. So
yeah, I think D'Lo still comes or still has a chance of coming.
Yep.
Yeah, because if not,
because with money drying up, where are you sending Andrew Wiggins to? Where are you sending Gorgie Jang and Jeff Teague to if you're Minnesota? So it's working a yin and yang for the Lakers. Like, it's a good thing that people are going for big money. It's a bad thing because a lot of guys are already shored up now.
Oh my God.
7 minutes ago, did you read the same thing I read? The betting odds?
No.
Raptors title odds dropped from 8-1 all the way down to 12-1.
Raptors might be interested in doing a sign and trade with the Clippers for Kawhi.
Oh, who'd you read? Who said that?
Blake Murphy.
I don't know who that is. That's crazy though.
Why would you? Raptors reporter for The Athletic.
Damn.
Raptors might be interested in doing a sign and trade with the Clippers for Kawhi. So the Raptors could be getting back a Lou Will, a Harrell,
or they could
Beverly.
get back. They could get back their chosen son. They could get back Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, possibly, and send him back to Canada where he's from. Now, if they,
you're getting fucking Shai, you're getting Montreal, you're getting Lou, you're getting everybody.
Doesn't mean KO will want to sign. He has to. Of course, I know that. But, I mean, they're trying to make it easier. They're trying to grease the wheels for Kawhi to go to the Clippers rather than come to us.
Yeah.
And you know how the NBA conspires against the Lakers. We all know how the NBA conspires against the Lakers. So they're trying to make that path easier for him to go to the Clippers. Which, why do you want to help another team that you're losing your player to? But that's just some weak shit that they do in the NBA. At the
end of the day,
trying to get an asset back.
I wouldn't. Yeah, exactly.
I can't.
I'm not
going to
lose Kawhi Leonard for nothing. If I'm the Raptors, I'm talking to both the Clippers and the Lakers. If this guy decides to go here, I'm talking to Kawhi and be like, "Yo, look, bro, we gave up all this for you.
Yeah,
you did this for us. Thank you." But let me get something back. I don't want everything. Just let me get something back. So that's when I don't blame the Raptors for trying to do a sign and trade.
Yeah, but it's some whole shit. He's a free agent. Let him freely make his decision. Don't try to help out another team make the decision for him.
Shit. The more and more it starts to look a little bit more bleak.
So Cuffs the legend, LeBron's very, very close friend, who ends up being right almost all the time when he speaks, says, when I was a kid, I watched Jordan and Pippen dominate. I never thought there would be a better duo in the NBA. Then Kobe and Shaq came, then Bron and Wade, then Curry and Clay, then Curry, KD, Dre, and KD. But shit, what's about to happen right here? So he's pretty confident that Kawhi's on the way. He's been saying it. Why would anyone, except for Chris Paul, want to go to the Clippers to look at selfies on the wall? I agree. Selfies are little brother, but selfies. The Clippers are little brother hanging their selfies, and they're the JV team, but they're a player right now, and it seems pretty crazy. Yeah. They cleared the cap space. They're in LA. They have Jerry West. They have Doc Rivers. They have the richest owner in the league. They have all this prestige. Every major media outlet has pushed free agents to them and have said good things about them. I mean, Lee Jenkins, who wrote LeBron's I'm Coming Home story to Cleveland, now works for the Clippers. So they got the media on their side times 10. So that's what's been pushed. That's what the narratives are. I still think that they go home empty-handed after free agency. I hope so.
Oh
man, it's tough.
I seen that betting odds now.
Clippers odds fell.
2-1. Yeah.
Clippers odds even fell. Vegas seems to believe Kawhi's on the way to the Lakers. Raptors odds fell and Clippers odds fell. Vegas believes that Kawhi's on the way here.
Bro, if that shit gets announced that Kawhi comes to the Lakers right now as we're live.
Yeah. Who's running away?
We're both running away. This whole shit's gonna get fucked. My God.
Vegas is not wrong, bro.
No.
I remember one random night Vegas is always,
they are.
Vegas is never ever wrong, bro. Raptors chances fall, Clippers chances fall, Bucks chances jump getting their players back, and Lakers are the top team at 2-1 betting odds.
The Nets' current roster with KD, Kyrie, DeAndre. You got Taurean Prince, Joe Harris, Karis LeVert, Spencer Dinwiddie.
Sure.
You just got Garrett Temple, Shabazz. Oh my
man, the Nets have a deep roster and a good coaching staff and amazing practice facilities. KD's gonna love rehabbing over there for this next year and getting better, and then watching to see if Kyrie's killing shit every night. You know, he's gonna be on the sidelines. They're gonna be fist bumping all season, and it's gonna be such a great story. Brooklyn has rose their profile up to one of the major players in the league for sure.
Oh, yeah.
They're one of the major players. Teams like Boston have had to go down.
To go from trading all your picks to get this to now not having to give up anything to fucking get the two best players.
And rebuilt on the fly with no picks. Late first round picks. Getting D'Angelo Russell from the Lakers. When the Lakers
if they
traded
switch
him
up that staff.
ready to compete for last season.
Boston blew it. Hell yeah. Boston is the biggest loser this offseason.
Oh yeah. And I'm so happy about that.
Tobias Harris, 5-year, $180
million deal to return to Philadelphia. Dang.
I mean, he's only
That's
what?
a lot of money. He's young.
He's still 26.
Yeah, he's been in the league for a long time. He's gonna be like how Bi is. He's only 28, and he's like, I've been in the league 12 years.
And he's gonna look a lot better without Jimmy Butler on that team.
Yeah, Jimmy Butler clogs a lot, but damn, they needed that shooter back. They don't have JJ Redick to open up all that space no more.
And it wasn't until the playoffs that Jimmy Butler decided to kind of take a step back from being so ball dominant.
Mm-hmm.
So once Tobias Harris got to that team, it looked like he was kind of out of sync with the rest of the team, but it was just because of Jimmy. So without Jimmy there, and then I guess now without JJ Redick, I think Harris is going to be pretty good.
Oh yeah. Yup, Cuffs just basically put it out there. Some other people on Lakers Reddit. I know some of you guys came here from seeing me post on Lakers Reddit. Shouts out to you guys for even, you know what I'm saying, messing with my little billboards I be posting on Reddit.
Hey yo, Dr. Drake, bro. How did you find the link to this live? Did you find it on Reddit? Did you find it on YouTube?
Twitter. Okay, so Tanya Ganguly from the LA Times, just right now. Story from Brad Turner and me on today's Kawhi's happenings. While Leonard's camp originally only wanted to meet with Jeanie Buss among Lakers officials, they're considering expanding that to Rob Pelinka.
Bruh.
They're willing to meet with Rob Pelinka. They want to come here.
Reddit. Oh, we got.
Hey, Reddit, what's the deal? Yeah, those were my posts. Thank you for not downvoting me. I'll try to keep it as cool as possible. Yeah, man. Looks like Kawhi's on the way. Now he wants to get a feel for how Rob is in person.
I mean, it's moving too slow. This is just moving so slow.
It's moving slow, man.
If you're now barely gonna meet with Rob. Like,
yeah.
I thought that shit been happened. I thought Rob was over there fucking holding it down for us. You know what I'm saying? But it looks like Jenny's the one that's handling it. I hope it's not Jenny and the Rambos.
Man, who might it be? Jimmy Butler trying to work his way to Miami. Miami would have to probably give up Goran Dragic and that really good player they have on that really good contract, Josh Richardson, who's one of the best shooters and one of the best 3-and-D guys in the league, period, right now.
That'll be a.
They would have to give him up, and Philly could eat off that.
No, yeah, that would be a super come up.
Philly could possibly really, really eat this summer.
I mean, anytime you can sign and trade someone that's already going to be leaving.
Just like look what the Clippers got for Chris Paul. Walking out the door, they got a whole team that led them into the playoffs. On his way out.
Yeah.
They don't make the playoffs without Lou Williams and Montrezl Harrell and all that.
Imagine if you're Houston, you're so pissed because if you had waited one more year.
And you know Houston is soured on Chris Paul somewhat, at least a little bit.
Yeah, and you know,
with all the things that's been coming out.
And you know what Lou would give you. You know
exactly.
Lou was going to give you a 20. He was a walking 20 bucket off the fucking
and
walking 20 piece off the bench. And you couldn't wait 1 year for Harold. You knew what Beverly gave you too. Playing
and Pat Bev. Oh
exactly.
my God.
Playing alongside James Harden. That shit was perfect.
Pat Bev,
you rushed
Lou
it.
Williams, and Montrezl Harrell you gave up for somebody who was going to come to you anyway.
You rushed it. And this is what I hope they don't. I hope they don't end up trading Clint Capella for Jimmy Butler because you trade Clint Capella for Jimmy Butler. Sure, you're gonna have a cool ass
little core, little three guys, you know big three-headed monster.
But who's gonna defend your paint? You're talking
no
about
depth.
bringing in
JaVale McGee. Don't do it.
You're gonna.
Don't do it.
You've been spoiled with Clint Capella so far.
Yes,
you're gonna go to JaVale McGee and just realize what he did with the Lakers was a product of what we were able to do with.
Yeah,
our
playmakers, Lonzo, Rondo, LeBron. You know how much better that makes no-skill big man look?
Although you have playmakers, you got two fucking guys that are amazing at the pick and roll. You know what I'm saying? JaVale's hands aren't like Clint's.
JaVale's hands are terrible.
JaVale's window when he's running that pick and roll.
His catch radius.
His catch window isn't.
If you don't throw it to him in his lob pocket, he's dropping the ball.
Exactly.
And it's going out of bounds.
He has to one-handed. He's not finishing.
He can't even two-hand that bitch barely.
Laker film room?
Man, Laker film room. Shouts out to Coach Pete. Laker film room. We've seen that. Yeah. AD, on the other hand, though, whoo-hoo, them lobs is about to be crazy.
Yeah, Houston, don't do it.
Houston, don't do it. And if you are Philly and Houston wants to redirect Clint Capella, Eric Gordon, and PJ Tucker your way, what do you need Clint Capella for?
If you're Philly and Houston wants to redirect,
will you redirect Clint Capella somewhere else and keep Gordon and what's the name, PJ Tucker?
So if you're Philly, you're saying
so let's say Philly and Houston say, okay, we're gonna do this sign and trade because Jimmy don't want to be here. You guys want him. You guys have assets that are tangible for us to take in with our salary cap. Give us Clint, give us Eric Gordon, give us PJ Tucker. Now they have Joel Embiid. What would you want to do with Clint Capella? He's the best asset you're getting in the situation anyway.
I mean, I'm telling Houston, you got to handle that part.
Okay, find somewhere to send Clint to give me something that I want in return.
Exactly.
That fits with my team.
I'm not going to do the work for you.
Yeah.
You tell me how high of a pick you can get. Tell me what you've been offered for Clint Capella.
Yep.
And then I'll let you know if I like it or not.
Yep. Yeah, that's true, man. It was everything changed so much on the 27th when the Lakers made that power move to say, you know what? Everything's good over here. We got the 32 mil. LeBron's going to give AD the number. Everything's looking good in Lakerland. What y'all want? We pulled off a trade. We didn't gave Washington Mo Vaughn, Isaac Bonga, and Jamario Jones, who out of that trio is the one I really would have liked to keep was Jamario Jones. But, you know, you don't get to keep everybody. But Rob had the foresight of guaranteeing Jamario Jones' D-League contract so he could use it in this trade to get the salary cap right. Somebody has to give Rob Pelinka credit for that. I'm expecting somebody to give Rob Pelinka some credit, especially if this Kawhi thing goes through.
You.
I will. I'm the guy. I'm going to give Rob Pelinka his just due.
So let's kind of fast forward just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just assume we miss out on Kawhi.
Okay.
Let's assume we do this 1 year shit all over again with all these type of free agent people. Next year, who can we possibly steal? You're talking about a low level talent, right?
It'll be Draymond Green. You sign Draymond first, and then you give AD his 5-year deal, and now you go forward with LeBron, Draymond, and AD.
That's so ugly.
Because Draymond's going to be one of the most sought-after free agents next year.
And who else is out there?
Barely anyone.
DeMar DeRozan.
It's thin. AD is the prize, but we've already got that prize on lock.
I mean, dude.
Hopefully. We better. I don't want to hear that. I'm tired. All the people who are negative Laker haters have said, oh, it's going to be just like Dwight Howard.
I'm not a negative Laker hater. This is just for discussion. Yeah, we ain't got shit to talk about right now.
Exactly. We're just waiting for things to come in.
I'm just trying to stir some shit.
We don't
trying
lose
to debate, trying to make this interesting for Dr. Drake and who the other two that is watching.
Yes, but if
Kyle Lowry, Gordon Hayward, Paul Millsap, Otto Porter, Andre Drummond, Hassan, Batum, Gasol, Mark, Serge, Gallinari.
That's ugly.
Oh, yeah, we're trash. Draymond Green.
That's an ugly free agency class next year, people. Get the job done this summer.
Yeah, unless we want to end up with Michael Kidd-Gilchrist and Avery Bradley.
Get the job done this summer, Lakers. Don't roll this cap space over. Don't do it.
Oh, yeah, that is pretty bad.
Don't roll the cap space over. We're done with that. I'm sure everybody who's been following the Lakers is done with rolling the cap space over, hoping for something next summer. Can't do that. Make sure we have AD's 5-year deal ready to go whenever he wants to sign it. Now he has to get out of his deal first and become a free agent in order to get the big money from us.
There's a lot of restricted free agents.
As far as young guys?
Yeah, the bigger names are restricted free agents.
Yeah. Everybody.
Kyle Kuzma.
What's interesting is B.I. could end up being an unrestricted free agent next summer.
I don't see it.
If the Pelicans don't re-up him, if he has a weird fit,
what would it take?
It's just like D'Angelo right now. He's just a class after D'Lo. It's like if they feel like they could get somebody better, if he's not a great fit and they want to go more veterans to go with Zion and Lonzo and Jackson Hayes and B.I. is just not the fit there, they could renounce his rights. He could be unrestricted.
The Knicks and owner Jim Dolan were not prepared to offer Kevin Durant a full max contract due to concerns over his recovery from the
They're
Achilles
just saying
injury.
that's poor sport. That's sore loserness.
Knicks officials are in Los Angeles tonight meeting with free agents such as Julius Randle.
I can see Julius going there, but why so early in Julius's career does he have to be a journeyman to get his bag?
Mike Scott, who we tagged as another vet minimum guy.
Oh, no.
2-year, $9.8 million. That's the room.
That's
what Philly.
With Philly, damn, Mike Scott is another good shooter. But the Morris twin is a better player and better shooter than Mike Scott.
Noise is elevating. Kawhi Leonard and Jimmy Butler to the LA Clippers. We'll see it if it really happens, but it definitely makes sense now that Harris has agreed to re-sign with the Sixers. How the fuck does that make sense?
That's Stephen A, though, right?
That's Stephen A.
Yeah, come on, Stephen A. Come on, Stephen A. We don't need to hear that. Stay off the weed.
Stay off the weed.
Why does Kawhi Leonard dream to the Clippers? We'll see if this actually happens.
Bro.
Man, until they're starting to do something with Gallinari, I don't believe it.
Oh my! Now I believe it. Now I believe it.
What? What'd you read?
Okay. You talked about D'Lo going to the Warriors. Chris Haynes
I just seen it.
is now reporting there's a possibility Kevin Durant will engage in a sign and trade swap with Golden State in Brooklyn. So
They're
this
gonna give him.
mean
They're gonna give him Jared Allen and D'Angelo Russell,
Jared Allen and exactly.
and Golden State's gonna be a factor.
Golden State's gonna have Steph Curry, D'Lo, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, and Jared Allen.
They're still gonna be a super team.
Oh my goodness.
Why?
Oh my goodness.
That's why the news on D'Lo's been so quiet.
Oh my goodness. And if I'm D'Lo, I'm taking that.
I'm happy. I'm happier than going anywhere else. I'm gonna go play with Steph Curry.
Oh, and Klay. I mean, you got a chance to shine because Klay's not gonna be there.
Exactly.
You're gonna create a real. I'm talking about real Damian Lillard, CJ McCollum type vibe there.
Oh my goodness, that's crazy.
D'Lo is not KD plus
that
the extra small. True.
Not saying D'Lo's KD. We're just saying, look how you restock firepower after losing Kevin Durant. That's a well-run franchise.
Yep.
That's how you run an NBA organization. You lose KD and you replenish that with Jared Allen,
and
who's
D'Lo?
a great young big man, and D'Lo, who's blossoming, to go along with the MVP Steph, two-time MVP Steph, and recovering Klay, and Draymond at his best. Draymond was just at his best in these finals and in this playoff run. Like, that's a team. That's a team. That's two guys that will be getting better to go along with these guys that are already as good as they can be.
Exactly.
Like, that's how you build a team. Trust me.
It's a bad perimeter defensive team.
Oh, yeah. The backcourt's going to get ate up. But, I mean, Portland, they get around that. Washington, when they were healthy, they get around that.
So what does that mean for DeMarcus? If we're assuming, right? I mean, the main piece here is good. It could possibly just be a swap of D'Lo and KD.
Oh, my goodness.
It could possibly be a swap of D'Lo and KD. But we're assuming Jared Allen's going to be there. What does that mean for DeMarcus Cousins? Everything is slow for this guy right now. And I honestly think, even with the injuries, he's going to be solid. If he goes to a weak ass team with no center, if he could go to where? Who has no center right now? I don't even know. But if he could go to a team with no center, that man could drop 20.
Okay, now they might. Brooklyn might just take the trade exception back. It's like a $25 million trade exception back for Kevin Durant, and they could literally use that to trade somebody into their cap space. So it doesn't look like they'll be doing it for players. They'll be doing it for the Lakers. Should offer him the mid-level exception. Who? Dr. Drake? Not D'Lo. I know you're not saying D'Lo.
You're talking about DeMarcus.
Oh, yeah, no. That would be a good look. Is DeMarcus going to have enough lift? Do you feel like DeMarcus had enough of his old self in him with the Warriors in these finals and in this playoff run? Because he looked extra slow to me. He looks somebody who's slow enough to never be back to his old self again.
We're going to be a pretty slow team ourselves. We're going to be half court mainly.
Yeah. This is not the up and down running gun Lonzo's first year Lakers.
No.
That's not what's about to happen.
LA Times just reported that Magic Johnson really did meet with Kawhi and Dennis.
Man, so many conflicting reports.
Yeah, they're reporting that shit happened.
Nope, but he can hit the three. Yeah, he can hit the three. He can definitely shoot it. Some space, and he's familiar with AD. They have some chemistry there already. I like that. But at a certain price, and we can't even use our room exception until we use the room. We have to use the cap room before we use the exception. Now, we can come to terms with somebody that once our cap room is used, they're sitting for us at the exception, but the exception has to be used once the money's already tied up. Which is not right now because we're waiting. We're waiting on a superstar. What if Brooklyn gets that trade exception? I mean, the Warriors get that trade exception and D'Lo, but they can't though because that money would have to go to D'Lo's contract. That would be crazy. But they could Jared Allen and trade exception to the Warriors and use that trade exception to take in Jimmy Butler or some shit.
I mean, shit was starting to heat up with D'Lo. You're starting to hear all day today or even yesterday, D'Lo possibly to the Suns. D'Lo's number one option is now the Timberwolves.
Yeah.
Why is it really slowed down?
Is his agent working on the signing trade? Oh my goodness.
If you're the Nets, would you take back Andrew Wiggins for D'Lo straight up?
No.
With Kyrie and Kevin Durant?
No, because then I have to pay a massive, massive luxury tax for Andrew Wiggins. When I could be just around the right amount of cap room, they're just around the right amount of cap room that every year they could add like a $7 million mid-level exception guy. As long as they don't go over and they don't do too much. They're just right there. Now they're going to eventually lose guys like Joe Harris, and probably they might not be able to extend Karis LeVert after his rookie deal's up.
DeMarre Carroll, 12 years, 2 years, San Antonio.
DeMarre Carroll was a good target, man. Got $6 million from San Antonio and no state tax.
Nerlens Noel, back to the Thunder.
Ew, they suck. Man.
Yeah, we're losing out.
This is
on
getting
a lot
scary,
of guys.
man. DeMarre Carroll's a good option.
We're losing out on a lot of guys, man.
It's going to be all Clutch Sports clients. Corey Joseph, the Morris twins.
Oh, I forgot about Corey Joseph and Marcus Morris. Damn.
Those are still
got a
two good
chance.
guys. Danny Green's not really been out there too much just yet.
I think he's waiting on Kawhi, bro. If he goes back to Toronto, Danny Green's going back to Toronto.
Yeah.
Shit, if he goes to LA, he might be fucking around going to LA, especially if Jimmy Butler goes to Houston. And I'm talking about
I need something to
Kawhi
happen on
going to the
that.
Clippers.
I need something to happen on that Jimmy Butler front. Because I don't need him going to no Clippers with
It
Kawhi.
could be Jimmy and Kawhi are really thinking about doing some shit together.
I need something to happen on that front.
Damn, what if Jimmy's trying to get Kawhi to go to Miami?
So that means Whiteside has to be in place somewhere else. Dragic and Josh Richardson. And they'll have to find somewhere for Stanley
So
Johnson
just
to go.
before free agency started, they were talking about Jimmy Butler was going to commit to Miami.
But they don't have
So
the money
now,
for him.
that shit is not...
They don't have the money for him. But I mean, they have people who they think they could trade easily. You have Goran Dragic on the last year of his contract. You have Hassan Whiteside, 1 year deal. Like Josh Richardson is a valuable asset. Now it's Stanley Johnson's top 10 draft pick money. Not Stanley Johnson, but the other one, Justice Winslow. It's Justice Winslow's top 10 draft pick money that really, really hurts Miami right now. And the fact that obviously
Justice Winslow got a contract extension.
Oh well, then they're strapped. I don't see how they could do it, but they have to move Justice Winslow. They have to move Winslow, Whiteside, Richardson, and Dragic if they want to create some type of big team in Miami. We appreciate the guys anybody who's been sticking with us, watching it. We know you've been watching our phones a lot and everything like that. You can look at some other episodes if you want to see some free-flowing conversation about some real topics. But today is about hope. We're hoping that something happens while we're live with you guys.
I know.
That's the
Honestly, the only thing we're hoping to happen is the Kawhi signs. That's the only news we want.
for real.
Bro, that shit's not going to happen until fucking Wednesday. Watch it happen while we're asleep.
Probably. Why would the Knicks do all that backtracking just to look worse? Just to look worse with future free agents. Now, supposedly the Knicks were AD's second choice. Will Jazz be really good? Yeah. the Jazz will be right there ready to contend with teams like Denver and the Lakers.
Yep.
I think those would be, if I just had to blind eyeball top three in the West, I would say it's anywhere from Denver, Lakers, and Jazz right now. In any order, I don't know the order.
Yeah.
I'm going to say the Lakers will be number one, but
And then you still got fucking Portland that can still
Portland's
contend.
still
Houston
right
that can
there.
still contend.
Houston,
But
San Antonio's
the Jazz
getting a
got
little
really
better.
good, man. I like the fact that the Jazz didn't really stick to what they normally stuck to as far as like getting guys like a Jay Crowder, getting
Yeah,
guys
just
like
having that
Derek
small
Favors.
market mindset.
Yeah,
They didn't have that small market mindset this summer.
They
That's
went
smart.
after it, and they got shooters. They got guys that can hoop. You know what I'm saying?
Still got Joe Ingles, Rudy Gobert coming off for Defensive Player of the Year. Mike Conley ready to prove a lot that he just got traded from a place he never wanted to get traded from. He has a lot to prove, and you know you guys still have to be excited about the growth of Donovan Mitchell. I say you guys because I'm not one of those guys. But the Jazz will be really good. Shouts out to you for asking the question.
Yeah, shout out to you, bro. Golden State is currently meeting with Kevin Looney in Los Angeles.
Yeah, I don't want to hear no Stephen A. reports.
Chris Haynes.
No, I'm talking to myself, actually. I'm reading Stephen A. shit.
I'm about to say you.
Yeah, no, I'm not talking to you. My
Mean
bad.
bitch.
I'm not talking to you, bro. Ugh.
What do you think, bro? Who do you think are going to be the best teams next year with all the news that's come out so far?
Exactly. Is Brooklyn
Draymond
gonna be
Leo.
Is Brooklyn gonna be good before KD returns with just Kyrie and DeAndre and all that depth, and whatever happens with their sign and trade?
Shit.
If they able to get another little thing back with KD, if they do the sign and trade thing, we want to know what the deal is, man.
If Golden State does that, and they could happen to get D'Lo, bro.
That's just crazy. Like, that's just something that nobody was even thinking about.
No.
That's what makes the NBA so intense. Like, this is just as, if not more intense than the finals. And these were really good finals we just witnessed. And this free agency stuff has me... What?
Danny Green and the Clippers have talked today.
Oh, man. I'm not sure about this. This has been described as a Hail Mary from Steve Ballmer and Jerry West.
Jimmy Butler and the Kawhi Leonard, Hail Mary from Steve Ballmer and Jerry West. But the fact that Danny Green has been in touch with the Clippers and not the Lakers as of yet that we
know of and that we've heard of.
That says a lot. Danny Green is following Kawhi wherever he goes, bro. I'm telling you.
Man, we'll see. Danny Green said on some podcast that he has to get the best bag he can get for his family because this is probably the last big contract he's going to be able to get.
Nah, bro. The Lakers have not gotten anyone. They've waited. They're waiting for Kawhi, and that's the right thing to do. If you think Kawhi is going to come, you wait however long it takes. But this is just the ramifications of waiting. Like,
yep. You get to see everybody. It's like everybody's playing in the playground right now. And we're in the classroom just looking, waiting for our turn to play too. Now, if we get to play the way we want to, we're going to play harder than a little bit everybody else. It's going to be...
We're looking at
Laker fans are going to be
and
unbearable.
Chilling, and we're about to have the most fun.
Yeah.
We could possibly have the most fun right now.
Exactly.
Like,
that's what we're waiting on, man. But right now it's crazy because, I mean, I know you guys have heard of a lot of the deals to go on today. JJ Redick now plays for the Pelicans. Bojan Bogdanovic, who led the Pacers in their playoff run, now plays in Utah. Trevor Ariza is now playing with the Sacramento Kings on a 2-year deal. Terrence Ross went back to Orlando. There's been so much going on today. So a lot of these shooters and these 3-and-D guys that we were going to be waiting for, they're not there.
Okay.
I feel like you're getting a lot. I'm not even really on my...
McMenamin on ESPN right now saying it's not even clear if any of the teams have met with Kawhi yet.
Okay.
Ramona chimes in, speculates that the radio silence around Kawhi right now could be a loyalty test by him to see if any information is going to leak from any of his suitors.
That sounds real.
And so far, the Lakers
have been silent.
Lock that ass
Clippers,
down.
Chatty.
Only one thing
The Clippers have been pretty chatty.
Only one thing has happened, right? But you can't tie this in to the Lakers. Magic Johnson came out and said, we met with Kawhi. Magic, stop. Just stay away from the team.
Jeannie and Rob better say, he don't work for us no more. And we didn't say nothing. LeBron hasn't said nothing. We haven't said anything. Oh my goodness.
Magic, bro. You're selling your lips, bro.
He's trying to be so relevant in all of this. Magic wants to be able to pat himself on the back for anything good that happens with the Lakers. Oh, I was sending notes to them to tell them to trade for Anthony Davis.
He's gonna. What's that show called, bro? On ABC, or the one that Beatles on with Jalen Rose.
Oh, NBA Countdown.
NBA. He's gonna be on NBA Countdown with Chauncey and them
taking all the credit.
Yep, taking all the credit. You know, when I met with Kawhi Knuckle Dennis, I sold him on Showtime.
Yeah, I sold him on the
Anthony
Lakers
Davis
brand.
And LeBron James and what you can be, what it means to be a Laker, hanging those rafters, 16 championships.
Yeah.
Shit, bro. Like
Magic, relax. Play the background, bro.
Yeah, just chill.
Just play the back.
It's cool. Do all that. Pitch all that to him. Do what you need to do. But just don't stop. Just shut up for a second, bro.
A second.
Shit.
So McMenamin also said on ESPN, it's reported that Lakers brass does have a meeting planned with Leonard and his camp.
So we're over here talking all this shit, and they haven't even met yet.
Nobody knows anything. Kawhi's just somewhere chilling, kicking back
in San Diego.
Man, this is intense, bro. This is really intense.
It is pretty intense. It does really suck that we're not gonna get this news while we're live.
Yeah, like we need it.
Yeah,
But
I
it
wanted to
doesn't
go
even
crazy for you guys.
We wanted to do some
the
crazy
setup.
shit. Julius Randle has agreed to a 3-year, $63 million deal with the New York Knicks. CAA agents Aaron Mintz tell ESPN.
That's gonna make RJ Barrett's life a lot easier.
Oh yeah,
And not only because is it someone that's
shouts
gonna
out to
help him forward?
Julius getting $21 million a season.
He's not a
Hell
ball hog.
yeah, good job,
Julius isn't a
Ju.
ball hog.
I'm happy Julius got that bag
And
from
with
the
Fizdale,
Knicks.
who's played with Gasol, who's
Who's at Randolph, who Julius was openly compared to when he first came into the league by everybody, including guys like Kobe Bryant, called him more athletic Zach Randolph. So you're getting that coach who was really heading that grit and grind era in Memphis.
The only thing I don't like about the Knicks so far is Dennis Smith.
Oh
I
yeah,
think Dennis Smith is gonna hamper
everybody.
it's gonna slow down Julius getting his. It might slow down RJ getting his for sure.
Okay, so I want to ask you about
Draymond Leo
some.
says the West is crazy. Will Pelicans be a playoff team?
I think so. I will
think-
go out there and say there'll be a playoff team.
I think the Pelicans are a 35 to a 40 win team next year because they have a stacked team, and Brandon Ingram I think is going to take that leap to be close to being a superstar. On some D'Angelo Russell kind of didn't make it, but will be considered an all-star if the injury
and then if
happens.
an injury, yeah.
I think Ingram is on that projection, so I think close. I wouldn't say a playoff team yet, but I think close. But I wouldn't be surprised.
With the signing of Redick and them obviously having a clear path to wanting to contend, I'm going to go ahead and say that they could be a playoff team because you do have guys who are coming into their own. And he said, damn, then who's not making it?
Because you said, yeah.
Yeah, because I see the Pelicans squeaking in there, I can see the Clippers falling if they don't get the type of player that they're looking to get in Kawhi or Jimmy or whatever. I see them falling off. And if DeJounte Murray is not 100% ready to lead the Spurs, and they're going to be relying on Keldon Johnson and
DeMar DeRozan
and Lonnie
DeMarcus
Walker to give them their bench depth. That's who they're going to be relying on a lot. A lot of young guys coming off their bench. I'm not sure that San Antonio is going to make the playoffs next year, but you don't ever want to say that because they always make the playoffs. But I can see the Clippers and San Antonio falling out of the playoffs
West
next
is
year.
so deep. You're talking about
Yeah.
Steph going forward possibly 3 to 4 months without playing with a true
Yeah.
superstar to score alongside him.
The Warriors could be fighting an uphill battle if they don't get this sign and trade going.
I mean, Minnesota.
Yeah, Minnesota. If they get D'Lo, if not, I see them still being whatever.
Let's assume this shit is real between Chris Paul and James Harden, and it explodes next year. Who knows?
Yeah. There could be some teams falling out, man. Nobody's guaranteed a spot next year. I say you could pretty much pencil the Lakers in the playoffs next year, barring some unforeseen terrible injuries that, as Laker fans, we know can happen. But I will put us in there, and I'll for sure take the Clippers out, and I'll probably say San Antonio is going to fall out. But, I mean, look at a team like Dallas. Like Dallas with Porzingis and Luka in his second year. Luka was crazy last year.
Dallas might do something. Man, if I'm D'Lo, and I just heard about that Julius Randle news,
Call the Knicks.
I'm calling the Knicks like,
But
yo,
do the Knicks want to spend a heavy bag on two people? They obviously said they wanted to pinch pennies with KD.
I mean, they low-key pinch pennies with Julius.
Yeah, that's only $21 million deal for somebody who's been in the league since 2014 producing.
I'm down. If I'm the Knicks, I think I'm pinching pennies if I go with D'Lo and I'm not giving Durant the $38 million and I'm giving D'Lo the $25 to $27 million.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
The Knicks, man. They got somebody. And Julius is not trash. Julius is obviously not KD. He's obviously a consolation prize from what they thought they were getting. But he's 2010, man. He's getting better. And any Laker fan knows Julius Randle has an insane work ethic, an insane drive to get better. So I like the move for the Knicks and Julius. You just know that you might still be playing the draft game, most likely.
I mean, it's a
With
good time to play the draft game.
Yeah, next year's draft is loaded. You
Good
want to
time.
play the draft game next year.
They play the draft game this year. That shit. They thought they was gonna get KD, Kyrie, and Zion.
They got
You remember
RJ
that
Barrett
shit?
and Julius Randle.
I remember a specific video when they were showing the final 4 picks, and they were showing it in New York, and you could see all the Knicks fans going crazy when LA got number 4. They're like, yeah, fuck yeah. And then you get number 3. Oh,
damn.
People just love to root against the Lakers, bro. I don't know what it is. Why people have this obsession with
rooting against the Lakers.
Yeah.
Anybody who roots against the Lakers is about to bite you in your ass when Kawhi Leonard signs on the dotted line.
Boston.
I'm telling you that right now. All the Boston reporters, Chris Mannix, Woj, fucking all the haters, they're about to eat all them words that they've been saying, man. Because we're about to have the best big 3 of all time. I can feel it.
I feel it too.
If
you're a
it.
Laker hater, let us know down below. Or let us know in the comment in the
Yeah.
in the chat.
Who don't like the Lakers? Who's
Are you
here
a
that don't
Laker
like the
hater?
Lakers?
Or if you're here with the Lakers, let us know.
Yeah, if it's Laker gang or don't bang, let me know what's cracking.
And let us know what y'all think about this madness that's been going on so far, man.
Man, it's been crazy.
Do y'all think
JJ
we're gonna
Redick,
get
the Pelican.
Kawhi? Do y'all think we're gonna end up fucking around and splitting that money up into debt? Is D'Lo coming?
Yep.
What do you think about KD and Kyrie?
Julius
going to
Randle
the
just
Nets?
secured that bag for all my Laker fans who watched Julius break his leg the first year he signed with us.
All the growing pains.
All the growing pains. The bull in the china shop who couldn't go use his right hand. He still barely uses his right hand.
He can still barely use that shit.
But he shot better from 3, and he got $21 million per season from the New York Knickerbockers. I gotta love it. I love that for Julius, man.
That
That's
just shows
dope.
you too, like the media needs to stop making these teams look better and bigger than what they are. You know what I'm saying?
Hopefully, Lakers get Pat Beverly and players like that. Yeah, hopefully, It's been really quiet with Pat Beverly. Now, how do you get Pat Beverly with the D'Lo when Trevor Ariza just got $12.5 million per season and Ricky Rubio got $17 million per season?
I'm assuming
from
D'Lo's
Phoenix
going for that full 27 mil.
He has to.
I'm assuming that.
Like, how are you going to
But
do
he's
this?
saying though, I'm hopefully to get Lakers and Pat Beverly
And players like that.
So you're talking about
Pat Bev, Danny Green, Marcus Morris, the Morris twin, Corey Joseph, guys like that. Now we have this clutch sports factor to factor in with the Lakers and the signings because all the clutch sports guys have not signed a contract yet.
Noel.
Oh, Nerlens back with OKC, but J.R. Smith and KCP.
Well, J.R. Smith isn't free.
He has to get traded first, but he's more than likely to get traded and bought out because he went ahead and made his contract not be guaranteed until later in July. So they could basically trade him and without his contract being guaranteed, and the other team could waive him just like that.
Draymond, Leo. You said Pat Bev and players like that.
Who else?
List us some players.
Expunge on
Bev.
players like that.
Let us know.
What are we talking about?
What other players like that you want to go after?
Please let us know.
I like that. Seth Curry, yeah.
Yeah, Seth Curry, definitely. Now, if you get Pat Bev, Seth Curry, and someone else, are you happy?
I mean,
Even though, okay, so let's say it's doomsday, we didn't get Kawhi, but you get Pat Bev, Seth Curry, and
Shooters?
I don't know.
but what shooter is left?
I know there's no. Is there any big shooter left? Any big man shooter left?
Not necessarily.
Because Dedmon is gone to the Kings.
Yeah, Dedman's
Damn,
not a
the
big
King.
man shooter.
Yeah, he is. Dwayne Dedmon
Dwayne Dedman?
is a stretch 5.
Please show me.
You don't think Dwayne Dedmon's a stretch 5?
I've never seen it.
Oh, bro, that's all he. That's what he's known for. Yeah, Dwayne Dedmon's been a stretch 5.
I've
bro.
never seen it. I've never seen it.
Yeah, that's what he does.
Kings might make the playoffs. Definitely. Real possibility.
I'm not high on the Kings
I mean, Luke.
because I'm not high on their young players other than Marvin Bagley, and I know their coach is not that guy.
Yeah, Luke is not that guy.
How the
But
hell do you spell Dwayne Dedmon? Is it like dead, like I'll kill you dead,
no,
or
Dedmon.
well, what the hell is his first name?
Dwayne.
Because on Basketball Reference they don't have Dwayne Dedmon.
Dwayne.
Yeah, Dwayne like Dwayne Wade. What's that saying here? I gotta figure out how to spell Dwayne Dedmon, but yeah, he's for sure a stretch 5, bro.
I gotta see, bro.
Look, he tried to dead man. I have no idea. But we got. What do you guys think is going to sign? What day do you guys think Kawhi is going to sign to the Lakers if it doesn't happen today? I would say by like Wednesday, like 4th of July. 4th of July is a day that things happen on too.
If
Free agency things happen on 4th of July. I believe LeBron went to Miami on 4th of July some
they
years back.
wait till 4th of July, then that
Everybody's
tells me a
going.
lot about Kawhi.
Yeah. To only really be meeting with 3 teams, and it takes you till 4th of July?
So for the last 2 years, Dwayne Dedmon has shot 35% from the 3 and 38%.
Yeah.
He's never attempted a 3 before these last 2 years. So that's I'm curious about that. Who the fuck's Atlanta's shooting coach?
Oh, it's Dwayne Dedmon. Yeah.
So if
Dwayne Dedmon, man.
he's never attempted a 3 before
But he was like
playing with the Hawks.
He was like a mid-range guy before he stretched it out. Damn, he averaged 7.5 rebounds last year. That's pretty. I'm impressed by that.
Dang, that's solid right there. I never even knew he had that.
Yeah. I knew that was Dwayne Dedmon's game. Yeah, he's gone. He's a fucking Sacramento King. 3 years.
Dedmon?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Well,
I think it's 4 years, $30 million or something like that.
Fuck him.
But yeah, I know a lot of people on the Lakers Reddit and NBA Twitter were saying that they like Dwayne Dedmon over Brook Lopez for the Lakers because both are good shooters from the 5 spot, but Dwayne Dedmon's much more mobile.
Can't do nothing about it.
But they're both gone. 4 years, $54 million for Milwaukee, for Brook Lopez in Milwaukee, and Dedmon got a big deal from the Kings. These guys that we thought were going to be on the cheap have not been on the cheap so far today. Everybody we thought was going to be cheap is not cheap for the Lakers to sign. We thought, maybe they could do Terrence Ross and Bojan Bogdanovic. Those two together
4
today.
players at $8 million.
Those two together today just made, 11 mil plus. They made more than the 32 mil that the Lakers even have to offer today.
Yep.
It's going.
Arash Markazi. Just a reminder that the Clippers don't need to necessarily trade Danilo Gallinari to open that second max slot. They could stretch him and create the second max slot that way as well. Clippers are still in play.
Man, the Clippers. Yeah, man, the Clippers and the Knicks have an opportunity to be really, really big losers today. As far as their championship aspirations and putting all their eggs in one basket, trying to get free agents. Oh, man, we got a good amount of people viewing right now. What's up with you guys, man? Somebody asked a question. What are you guys looking forward to? What do you guys think has happened today so far? Are the Nets contenders? Are they really, really that much better if they're going to lose D'Lo and Jared Allen and replace them with Kyrie and DeAndre Jordan? I don't even know if they got that much better until KD proves he's still KD. Damn.
They're playing, bro.
Hey, they're downselling Julius Randle real tough on NBA Twitter right now, man.
Yeah.
Come on, Julius. Julius deserved that.
Don't do
money.
my guy like that.
Yeah, don't do Drew like that, man. He deserved that bag.
But yeah, man, let us know what you guys think about everything that's going down, man.
Oh, Julius's deal has a team option on the final year, so he got a 2-year deal guaranteed with a team option at the end. You know they're gonna cut that last year of that deal if they can sign somebody in that
2021
summertime.
is heavy too.
Yeah,
2021 is a stacked free agency class. So
that's crazy. But that's how you do it.
That's how you do it. Although you ain't gonna get shit. You know what I'm saying? If you're the Knicks, you're just
man.
not
So
gonna
what's going on with Al Horford? He supposedly had a big 4-year, $100+ million contract on the table when he decided not to go back to Boston. And how do we think Kemba will fit with Boston? A slightly less player than Kyrie, but a better locker room guy than Kyrie.
You get more of a volume shooter with Kemba than you did with Kyrie. So if you didn't like the fact that the ball stuck with Kyrie, although Kyrie used a lot more skill to get his shots, Kemba is still gonna slow that game down. That ball's still gonna stick.
Yeah, the one thing I'll say about Kemba over Kyrie is he's much better shooting off of screens and shooting off at difficult angles like a JJ Redick type guy. He's obviously, that's not the bread and butter of his game, but he's much better at doing that than Kyrie is at doing that. So I like Kemba's off-ball fit with Boston way more than I like Kyrie's off-ball fit. But is Kemba even going to play off the ball that much?
Exactly.
But
now,
he can do it better than Kyrie.
If you're Boston, are you hoping for Jason Tatum to take
that next leap and then make Kemba the second star who's willing to run off of actions with Tatum controlling the rock in the half court most of the time?
And it's only going to be his 3rd year.
Yeah, only his 3rd year.
So all I know is if Jason Tatum doesn't come out to be, this is his team. This is his team right now.
Yep.
If he doesn't make that shit known, and step up to be a superstar, I better hear ESPN and
they better be ripping him.
They better be ripping him like the way they did Brandon Ingram and every other young player that we've ever had.
Exactly. Every young player the Lakers have got killed for not being superstars straight out the gate. And Jason Tatum regressed last year, and nobody even got on his case.
Now I think he could do it. I think he could come up and be a superstar next year. But I'm just saying, if he doesn't, I want the media to grill him like they did our guys.
Yeah, man. Look at Paul George right now. Just sitting in OKC with Russell Westbrook and a capped-out franchise that just brought back Nerlens Noel as their big free agency move. That drafted Darius Bazley, who's pretty solid, but won't be good for pretty much a long time. He's barely coming into the game.
I think they're straight until you see where Kawhi goes.
I don't see them competing with us, even if we don't get Kawhi. I don't see the OKC having the... If OKC can't get past the Jazz before the Jazz had all this talent... And the Blazers, I don't see them getting past LeBron and AD. But at the end of the day, to answer your question, Draymond, Leo, Kemba's going to fit in nicely with Boston. But I don't think he takes them over the top more than Kyrie. I just think he's a better locker room guy. I think the guys will have better camaraderie with Kemba than they did with Kyrie because Kemba's much more of a humble dude, much more of a team-friendly guy. I just want to play basketball type guy rather than I want to find my meaning and my purpose in basketball, Kyrie.
And was a championship caliber type player. So he felt like, you got to follow my direction.
Yep.
I've been through it. You listen to me. We'll do it my way. If it doesn't work, I'm gone.
Exactly.
He even hinted to that on the show with Darius Miles and Craig Richardson.
Yeah.
He even hinted to saying, I tell Jason all the time, like, we can do it this way. Soon enough, it'll be your time. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
He specifically said that on that show, and I think he let it be known with the move going to the Nets.
Ari Abraham, if guys are still listening to him or however the case may be, said that the scenario of Jimmy and Kawhi to the Clippers is very unlikely. A very unlikely scenario, sources tell Ari Abraham, who's been on a lot of stuff. So I haven't seen him take a massive L just yet.
Oh, there goes my phone.
Your phone died?
Yep.
Damn. Can't have the phones dead. But yeah, man, this has been crazy, bro. This free agency this summer. And no Kawhi news just yet. Looks like Kawhi, the fun guy, is going to suck all the fun out of Laker fans' hearts today.
Yep.
And make us wait. But hey, man, Boardman gets paid. Come get some championships with the Lake Show, man.
Easy, not. I don't even want to say it like that. Like some easy ones too.
Yeah.
Like, stop playing Kawhi. Like
just like line up the rings, man.
Yeah, just come get some easy ones. Think about it. Like, this is the one team that could possibly do a three-peat.
Oh yeah, it's been so long since a three-peat. This team with Kawhi could definitely three-peat. And what I do love though is that in this scenario that this does happen for us and our dreams come true, LeBron's legacy is already set in stone. Kawhi's already a proven Finals MVP 2 times over in both conferences with 2 different teams killing off 2 dynasties. Anthony Davis, the youngest one, still the most unproven one, can still go on his rampage and to prove himself. He's the one, they're going to be looking at him like, yeah, go ahead. Like, we done already did our thing. Go ahead, AD. You're going to go for 50 tonight? We'll take a step back. Like, it's going to be so great because of how accomplished Kawhi and LeBron are and how unaccomplished AD is so far. And he was so frustrated, that's what made him want to change teams so he could start getting some accolades and some accomplishments. AD's hungry to make this thing work in LA and to get some accolades on his mantle when he's seeing Greek Freak win MVPs. AD was hyped up before Greek Freak was hyped up to be a great player in the NBA. And Greek Freak beat him to an MVP. And guys like Harden and Westbrook, everybody eating. But AD is just this talented guy stuck in New Orleans, barely getting out of the first round sometimes. And now he's going to have a chance to play with 2 other top 5 players. And he's the youngest, most hungriest one. That's scary. That's dangerous for the rest of the league.
Hell yeah. And
that's
it's
dangerous.
Also dangerous for someone that could easily get 30.
Easily.
I'm talking about a young man in Kyle Kuzma. Another guy that could easily come up and get 30. You're talking about your 4th best defender guarding Kuzma. You're
That's
talking
tough.
about the secondary guys guarding Kuzma.
That's tough. Kuzma's gonna have a lot of mismatches this season, a lot of open shots. But I hate to say he didn't make that many open shots last season. But
He didn't have Kawhi and AD on his team.
he didn't make that many open shots. He still got a lot of
He
open
didn't have
shots.
Kawhi and AD on. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but I mean, hopefully it would suck if he has all these people on the team and Kyle Kuzma still shoots 30% from three. That would be terrible.
Won't happen.
You for sure that's not gonna happen?
I'm positive.
You heard it here first.
I'm positive. He's not gonna.
Solo is positive.
He's not gonna shoot less than 36% next year from three.
Hey, he's working with Lethal Shooter. Lethal Shooter's also working with AD.
If you get Kawhi and AD on your team, you got LeBron James already. You're not gonna shoot under 36% from three. Getting those as many open looks as he's gonna get, he's not gonna have to work for anything.
I watched a lot of Laker games last year. Those were a lot of open shots he was missing last year. But we'll see.
Only a second year in the league too.
My whole thing is that in college, Kuzma shot like 30% from that line. He had the good first year shooting 35%, and then he went right back down to 30% last year.
He's gonna shoot 36%.
I don't think so. I'm not into that. He improved as a driver dramatically last season. He improved at that one pump fake, get into the rim. He improved much with that, but the three ball,
That's the
there
thing,
was a
though.
lot
Last
of
year, we
1
had
for
a team
8.
full of
There was a lot
drivers.
of 1 for 9s. A lot of 2 for 11s from 3, 2 for 7s from 3 for Kuz. But hey, gotta wish for the best. He will be on the roster next year, and Brandon Ingram and Lonzo Ball will not be. Kuzma.
Ooh.
I had to save that for another episode. That boy played them politics like a pro. Mamba Academy, dinner with Genie. But man, this Kawhi news is slow.
Extremely slow.
Everything is slow right now, just speculation.
So it seems like we're not gonna get that news for oh my goodness! George Hill just agreed to a 3-year, $29 million deal with Milwaukee.
Ew.
So you're talking about just everybody that could have possibly been a fit for this Lakers team being completely gone.
Yeah, man. It's gonna be dry. The point guard position is extremely thin right now. You're talking about
You only have Pat Beverly,
Only
Seth
Pat
Curry,
Beverly and
the
Seth.
rest, Corey Joseph. Those three, literally, that are fits that can shoot the three and play some defense.
Man.
You got those three guys, and the rest
The
of that
Lakers
point guard
needed
position
Redick,
is
don't
a team
you
full
think?
of guys that are just
We
you
coulda-
don't even know that are going to be like Brad Wanamakers.
yeah.
That are going to be freaking
Ian Clark's gonna get a deal.
Jimmer.
Why are we getting mad these scrubs are getting overpaid? Yeah, a lot of guys are getting overpaid. Fantasy ecstasy.
Yeah.
A lot of guys are getting overpaid. Like, I don't want to give Ricky Rubio $17 million a year. I don't want to give Trevor Ariza $12.5 million.
No.
I don't even want to give Brooke everything that Milwaukee just gave Brooke for 4 years, $54 million. But I wouldn't want to give Terrence Ross 4 years, $54 million. To
I
be
wouldn't
honest.
give Mike Scott the $4
Yeah.
million that he's getting.
So
That's a vet minimum type player.
fantasy-
Trevor Ariza is a vet minimum type player.
yeah, fantasy ecstasy. You are correct. How many roster spots are open for the Lakers?
The only thing that I'm mad
All
about,
but 4.
the only thing I'm getting mad about fantasy is that the depth that we
think Middleton
could
overpaid.
bring is just it's starting to be really slim.
Yeah,
so now our depth is going to end up being the
bottom of the barrel.
bottom of the barrel.
There will not be like a Raptors like team for the Lakers next year. That's out of the window. There's not going to be a, let's add 6 guys at $6 million a piece and we can have this great team for $32 million. That's not happening. Everybody's getting overpaid. Like he said, I think Middleton got overpaid. They had to give Middleton that deal because you need that second scoring option with Giannis because Giannis can attack from the perimeter
keep Giannis
or the
comfortable.
mid-range. You have to keep Giannis in his pocket, in his
Keep
zone.
Giannis comfortable, and by the time his contract comes up, he's going to want to resign. You're going to show him that you did everything that you could do to keep him happy and competing in this team as the MVP. I mean, he's going to show you some loyalty back. Maybe a Damian Lillard type scenario with the Blazers.
Fantasy Ecstasy just had a good point. Yeah, depth is going to be bad, but that was guaranteed as soon as we decided we're in play for Kawhi. Yeah, you have to give Kawhi
the
time he needs to make the decision, because if you get him, it's a literal wrap.
Yeah.
It's completely a wrap.
This is definitely the best way to go about it.
Yeah.
I mean,
they're doing the right thing. They're being quiet. They're not being messy. They're not being sloppy. It's looking a lot different than the last summers and seasons of the Lakers front office. That's what I will say.
I'd rather us go about it this way and possibly miss out on Kawhi than jumping the gun early, finding out a couple months later that Kawhi was prepared to accept the deal.
Mm-hmm. But we signed...
and we're just leaking too much, and
we're being too ugly about it, too sloppy about it.
So I'd rather go about it this way.
Yeah. What they waiting for? Man, it's a lot that they're just waiting on Kawhi, really. But also remember... Yesterday, the Lakers got linked to 3 players from the LA Times. The Lakers got linked to Seth Curry, Patrick Beverley, and Rashawn Holmes. All those 3 players have not been talked about signing deals yet. And those were those 3 guys the Lakers put their names on yesterday. And those guys are all still available. And we've heard a lot of rumblings about Marcus Morris coming from Boston over to the Lakers, and he has had no traction on any deals for him just yet. So maybe the Lakers' targets really do want to be Lakers.
And I'm surprised the Magic just read up with Vucevic like that so easily.
Yeah, so quick. 4 years, $100 million.
What does that tell you about Mo Bamba?
He's not developing. He must not be developing right, because him and Vucevic cannot play together.
What does that tell you about Aaron Gordon? Do they think that he's not the guy that can come out and give you that 20 that Vucevic was giving you? Is he not going to be an all-star type player?
Man, Vucevic was definitely a deserving all-star last year. But he's not the one on your team that you want to be the deserving all-star. You drafted Aaron Gordon number 4 or 5. You drafted Jonathan Isaac at 6. You drafted Mo Bamba in the lottery. Those guys. You traded for Markelle Fultz, who they said we don't know when he's coming back. Still, you don't have no timetable on Markelle Fultz still to this day, and you traded for him at the trade deadline last year, and you still don't know anything. That's one of the most oddest first overall draft picks of all time. It seems like he's so scared of being a bust that he's going to make himself a bust by never playing. Because you already on your second team, you've played a handful of games in your career. Now you're with the Magic, who went to the playoffs without you ever even playing for them yet. So if you do come back and they take a step back, it's going to be like, damn, Markelle,
if I'm Orlando,
bring DJ Augustine back ASAP.
If I'm Orlando, I call Cube and I'm like, yo, bro, I'm about to send you Markelle. He's going to play in the Big 3, get his confidence up, and then we're going to send him back once he's ready. Back.
Hey, Joe Johnson, though, in the Big 3, he's been looking crazy.
Gilbert Arenas, Joe Johnson.
Those isolation scores, that's what that's for.
Yeah, exactly.
Where's Michael Redd? Somebody get Michael Redd on the Big 3 team.
He can't play no Big 3.
I'm sure Michael Redd can still shoot the ball crazy.
He can't play no Big 3.
Michael Redd. Yeah. What don't you like about Michael Redd for not being able to play the Big 3? What the fuck is wrong with Michael Redd?
He can't play no Big 3.
So
he can't do it.
Solo doesn't think Michael Redd is Big 3 worthy.
I don't think he's
Michael Redd was worthy. Nice for a little minute.
I'd rather Cube call Penny Hardaway come out of Memphis and play in the Big 3.
No, I'm not saying that Michael Redd as good as Penny or was more exciting. But I'm just saying someone who can shoot like that, like Rashard Lewis,
just talking shit. I'm
was
not
good.
Serious. I'm not serious. I'm just
like
talking shit.
Katino Mobley's out there getting some run. I haven't watched the full Big 3 game, but I do.
I just haven't heard of anything about Michael. Like, you haven't heard anything about Michael.
He's probably off the face of the earth.
He'd be a 6'6", 300 pounds right now. You don't know. I'd rather get old boy from Lenny Cook.
Oh my god!
If I was Cube, I'd call Lenny Cook up and shit. I'll go get what's his name? Who did he diss in that thing? Kwame Brown.
Have that shit go 1-on-1. I think Kwame Brown did play in the Big 3.
Oh, you did?
I think so. Last season.
You better go get Lenny Cook. Stop playing, man. I'll tell you, the day someone puts Lenny Cook and LeBron James 1-on-1, put that shit on YouTube. Oh, man, yeah.
That's for some old school hoop heads who really know. If you know about Lenny Cook. Lenny Cook is supposed to be nice. But, man, it's been...
But there's certain guys I want to see go 1-on-1. Like, I want to see Darrell Wright go one-on-one against a Kyrie Irving or guys like that. Like people that got real credibility playing one-on-one basketball against superstar NBA players. Like even these superstar NBA players respect guys like Darrell Wright, DeMar Johnson, respect, you know what I'm saying? Like those guys that didn't necessarily make it in the league but are bad, like DeJuan Wagner, they used to play for the Cavs.
Yeah.
That's someone who has heavy street cred.
DeJuan Wagner, yeah.
Heavy street cred as a real hooper. I want to see guys like that go one-on-one with talented superstars in fucking the Big Three. That would be dope.
Just to shift the energy real fast, you know what I really want to happen? For any team in the NBA not named the Lakers to sign Rajon Rondo. I need Sacramento to sign Rondo. I need somebody. I need Utah to sign Rondo as a backup or something. Somebody please out there in the basketball universe, let Rondo go to any team that's not named the Lakers. Now, he has a good relationship with Anthony Davis. He built a good relationship with LeBron last year. Please don't let him come back. Please. We'll underachieve. We won't reach our... He said Rondo's coming back. Fantasy Ecstasy said Rondo's coming back.
That's what I'm saying, because I honestly believe that. I think that...
No, that I believe Leonard, Rondo's coming back. I don't want Rondo back.
He said, Fantasy says, I love Rondo. But if we get Kawhi Leonard, Rondo's going to be our point guard.
Well, say bye-bye to spacing.
Rondo's gonna be our point guard.
Say by saying every point guard we go against,
get anybody else, and Rondo
every point guard we go
willing to play.
Every point guard we go against is gonna get 40 on us every night. Rondo is a turning cone on defense. I don't know who
else is gonna play at that minimum.
Rondo is a traffic cone on defense. Yep, I mean. Why do you love Rondo, Fantasy Ecstasy? Is it for 10 years ago or is it for last year? Because Rondo was
Rondo was pretty bad last year.
Rondo gave me nothing but headaches last year.
But he'll be the Lakers point guard. Especially if we get Kawhi, he'll be the Lakers point guard. I mean, who would you really? Who else is gonna be our
Alex
point
Caruso?
Guard? I mean,
intangibles.
Of course he's gonna come back, but he's not
old school intangibles. He's old school. But what do old school intangibles do for you on the floor in the NBA in 2019? Fantasy Ecstasy. Because I'll roll out Alex Caruso and Ian Clark before I roll out Rondo.
I fuck with you with Caruso, but Ian Clark
could shoot the ball.
Doo-doo.
Ian Clark can shoot the ball way better than Rondo can.
He definitely
can. And all of
can.
Rondo's other intangibles are fading by the minute.
I would not have an okay Alex Caruso. But we don't know if Alex Caruso's only okay now. When he gets his opportunity, he showed up as a really, really good perimeter defender, like in the 91st percentile of perimeter defense. Now, he just hasn't got that much burn. He's only got an end of the season, when everybody's done. Which works both ways.
Yeah, when everybody's already done, that's the only burn he's gotten. So, I don't want to overvalue the fact that he has good synergy numbers as far as his analytics are concerned, but he does have them, and Rondo does not. I think you need a guy like him on every team that can scrap and back up your boys. Behind the scenes, he's a knowledgeable guy in the locker room. Yeah, Rondo's basketball IQ is through the roof. One of the best in the league for sure. But we're talking about him rolling the ball out and Rondo being our starting point guard next year with Kawhi, LeBron, and AD. Now, obviously, if you have Kawhi, LeBron, and AD, put whoever out there, it's probably going to work. But if it's just LeBron, AD, and Rondo is your starting point guard, unfortunately, I'm not with that at all. At all. I'd rather run a lot of other guys out there than Rondo with Caruso.
But let's be realistic. It's probably going to happen.
Yeah, because he can come back at the vet minimum. He's probably going to be willing to. But
exactly, and at $10 million, what do you got last year? Of course, you don't want Rondo.
That was a favor.
You know what I'm saying? But if we get Kawhi and you get him at the vet min, what other option would you rather have other than someone that can do what Fantasy said it can do for you?
Bring intangibles and locker room
another guy that can also push the ball.
Can't get Collison. Yeah, Draymond Leo. Collison retired from the NBA either yesterday or the day before. Darren Collison no longer plays in the league. Back to Rondo. But that would be great. That would be great.
Back to Rondo. So he can still push the pace because you're still going to be looking to run if you get Kawhi, you have Kuzma, you have LeBron and AD. Of course, you're going to be a half-court offense most of the time. But Rondo's still going to push that shit for you.
He turned the ball over so much last year. He turned the ball over so much, and he got his shot blocked at the rim so much last year.
And then he never got into full form because of injuries too.
Injuries,
So if
suspensions.
we're gonna put injuries for everybody else, we got to give it to him.
But Rondo's consistently been injured year after year after year. He had barely got healthy for that playoff run with the Pelicans.
So we'd rather have Ian Clark.
I would much rather have Ian Clark just to shoot under this premise. LeBron is going to be. You talking about LeBron being ball dominant more than Kawhi? He's going to have to be. There's going to be no other point guard, no other distributor on the team. Anthony
So
Davis
I
and
wonder
Kawhi
why-
Leonard do not average great assist numbers.
So it seemed like to me.
But I'm just not a Rondo guy. Rondo killed it for me last year.
So
I'm sorry.
it just seems like to me that we don't even need a point guard at this point because you just brought up a good point.
Pretty much.
LeBron is going to be handling the ball. We should let him be the point guard.
Like
Let's not
Seth
even
Curry is your optimal throw him out there with LeBron, call him the point guard, but he just has to shoot and get wide open shots. And basically they would just say he's the point guard when in all actuality he'd be the two.
I won't even fuck around and do that if that's the case. You don't need to. You can fuck around and have LeBron as your point. You get your. I mean, you could get another two guard, another guy that's 6'6", 6'7".
Wes Matthews
and
still
get
out
yourself
there.
a real shooter at a vet min because you're not going to get Seth Curry. I don't think at any kind of room exception. Not the way this shit's going right now.
It's tough right now. But if he really wants to be a Laker, if he really wants to win, if he wants to sit at the Curry dinner table and say, all right, big bro, look at mine, I got me one, you take that room exception. It's just the room exception can only be for 1 year because the room exception changes with the cap every single summer. So, hey, man, take that 1 year deal. Hopefully. I mean, everything's looking pretty dry right now, you guys. It's not looking like we're going to be getting any more big news.
Nope.
As far as in the next, I don't know, however long. We've been on live with you guys for 2 hours and 5 minutes.
And shout out to all 6 of y'all watching.
Yeah, still watching right now. We got up to double digits live viewers for the first time. I should have took a picture on our 7th episode, man. We are so excited about our growth. We fuck with you guys, man. Everybody who came from Reddit, everybody who's seen us on Twitter, whatever the case may be, man.
Ham on the mentions.
Yeah, we've been going crazy on people. People been trying to go crazy on us. We love it. And yeah, Draymond Leo, Darren Collison retired from the NBA, bro. He retired to go be a 7-day Adventist. That's literally what he said. He's like a Jehovah's Witness kind of guy. And he retired to go work on his mission. But yeah, we're pretty much going to be getting up, man. We tried. We wanted something great to happen to the Lakers because I was going to have him pour some beer on my head or something.
Wasn't going to happen.
We was going to do something crazy.
We would have did something crazy, but I wasn't going to pour no beer over his head. Nah.
I'm not a beer guy. You can't fucking promote that shit.
Yes, I can.
Why would you promote Modelo?
Why wouldn't you? ESPN promotes Bud Light.
We're not ESPN. Bud Light pays ESPN to do that.
Exactly, but
Modelo don't give a shit about us.
Exactly, but they can see it and be like, "Oh shit!" One day they might.
One day
they might.
Foresight.
Who knows?
But yeah, man. When people watch this episode back, they're gonna see us looking down our phone a lot, trying to get information. We were able to break some news on here. We got some free agency signings that came through, and we said immediately. But yeah, man, we'll be tapping in with you guys very, very soon. Who knows? We might have to do an emergency episode if something good happens.
Modelo time, exactly. It's Modelo and Rondo time, baby.
Yeah, you guys
Let's
have
go.
all the fun you want, drunk, talking yourself into Rondo being a good player.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Hey,
Solo and fantasy ecstasy.
I'd rather have Rondo than Ian Clark all day, bro.
If I mean, as a starter, sure, but not as
of course,
not
as a
on
starter.
the court.
And then you have Alex Caruso as your backup. You're solid. 18 minutes.
Why do you think Rondo
18
makes you
minutes.
solid?
18 minutes.
What is wrong with you?
Because we're thin. What are our options? Ian Clark.
Ian Clark is better than Rondo. Rondo's what is Rondo good defensively
Next
still?
episode.
Is Rondo still good defensively? No.
Which is Drake, Dr. Drake. If you're still in here, bro, or if you happen to see this late, next episode we're gonna argue with you about Lonzo. Let's debate that, bro.
And BI, because he threw some BI shade in there too. Don't think I didn't see that.
So let's talk about that, bro. Dr. Drake on next episode.
That's so funny.
If fantasy in the next episode, we're gonna talk. Me and him are gonna debate Rondo and Ian Clark. I want you.
Yeah, fantasy XC, because you didn't talk this man into liking Rondo again. So good job. Good job. You're very persuasive.
What are our options? Like
anything but Rondo. Anything but.
my God.
Please, Sacramento, sign him. Chicago, sign Rondo. Phoenix, you need a backup, sign Rondo.
So we can get Ian Clark as our
I'll
starting
take
point
Ian
guard.
Clark so fast before
we can
Rondo.
get freaking-
Anybody who can. Alfred Payton is still
I
out
can't
there.
even name.
Alfred Payton is still out there.
Oh my God!
Give me Alfred Payton, who's one of the best perimeter defenders in the
Now
NBA.
he's just talking. Now fantasy. See what
I'm
you
never
did?
just talking.
You see what you did?
For one, don't
Vet
ever.
minimum Rondo is a steal.
You believe
It's
that
a
too?
steal.
You believe that
Vet-
too?
vet
He's a
minimum?
steal. Vet minimum Rondo's a steal,
We had him for 10 mil last year.
so he's a steal.
We got him
So
for
you're
10
telling me he's going to
million.
be one of the best players on a vet minimum next year?
Oh, if he's a starting point guard for the Lakers with LeBron, Kawhi, and Anthony Davis,
Good job,
he's a
Fantasy
better.
Ecstasy.
He'll be a better point guard than
You
Ian
gave
Clark
us
is.
you gave us a new argument. He won't be a better shooter. I didn't say Ian
He'll
Clark
be a
is a
better
pure point guard. He'll be a better
He'll be a
player.
better
He'll be a better player
point
or a
guard.
better point guard. A better player or
He'll
a
be a
better
better
point guard.
point guard.
He won't be a better player.
He'll be a better player.
He's at the. He's very low on all the synergy stats from offense and
Fantasy.
defense.
Next episode, we're gonna talk about that.
Yeah, Rondo being terrible at everything he does on the court.
We're gonna talk about that. So come, enjoy
believe-
the debate. The debate.
Hey, fellas, I gotta
go
get
get
dinner.
dinner, but real fun.
Hey, we
It was
appreciate
dope,
it
bro.
though. We appreciate it. No
was
matter
dope.
how wrong you and this guy are about Rondo, we appreciate it.
Go Lakers.
Please
I
come
know.
back, subscribe, and we'll be going live again, man. For real, for real. Man or woman, I can't really tell. Fantasy Ecstasy. Either way is good though. We love it either way. It's the best. Please subscribe. Fantasy Ecstasy. Draymond Leo. We want to have this conversation with you again. Dr. Drake. We want to have this conversation with you guys again, man. That's what it's really all about. No matter if we're going back and forth or we're just looking up shit, we really love to have you guys chat with us
Interaction.
and interact with us and spit your opinions. That's what it's all about. And go Lakers, man. We gonna be a factor. Rondo.
Ian Clark.
I'd much rather have Ian Clark than Rondo.
Ian Clark.
I don't see. What did Rondo do last year to make you say,
Bro,
"Ooh, Rondo"?
no, here's the thing.
He was bad.
What
So was he
are
not
our
bad all year last year?
options? He was horrible.
He was not-
He's
He
horrible.
was really bad, right?
But I'm looking at what Rondo can do with Kawhi. I'm not looking at what Rondo could do with
They need
Brandon
space.
Ingram.
They need space
With
though.
Brandon Ingram, Lonzo Ball, Josh Hart. I'm not seeing.
They need
I'm looking at
space.
Rondo with real championship caliber players. You see what he can do when he has
They need
that kind of team.
space, though. You're talking about you're talking about Kawhi don't want to stand in no
You
corner.
get Alex Caruso.
LeBron don't want to stand in no corner.
If you get
AD,
Alex Caruso and you need space, you put him in the game.
if you have Rondo on your
Simple
team
as
next
that.
year,
It's just simple as that. If you need
Yeah,
space,
Alex Caruso shot
you can put him,
shot
you
really
can-
well from
so if you
from
need
three last
space,
year.
if it's not working and you need space, you put in Alex Caruso.
Why not just
but
get-
there are times where Rondo works on the offensive floor, on the offensive side of the game.
I don't know if I've seen it last year. I've seen it before recently.
I guess
but
he didn't have any good games with the Lakers.
They were decent, but he
had
turned
decent
the ball
games.
over.
20 points,
He
getting
turned the
12
ball over.
assists,
How many
15
turnovers did he have? And how many times did he get blocked at the
my
rim?
goodness.
And what did the guy he was guarding do on the other
On the
end?
next episode, we'll get into
What did the guy on the other end do? Because Rondo was giving up
He was
ass all year.
definitely bad, but at vet minimum, you're choosing from the worst of the worst.
We can't even get off because this is an atrocity.
You're choosing from
This
the worst
man-
of the worst at vet minimum. Unless you can get a steal, right? Unless you can get a steal. And at the absolute vet minimum, Rondo was a steal for the
Man.
Pelicans.
Guys like
Rondo was a steal for the Pelicans on the vet min. For the Lakers, he could be that too. I'd rather gamble with Rondo hopefully becoming what he did for the Pelicans than betting that Ian Clark will give me.
just 3-point shooting, which he always does consistently. I'm not asking Ian Clark to do anything else. I'm asking him to use his swing skill to help the Lakers win games and have an open court.
I'd rather gamble that Rondo's going to push the pace, that Rondo's going to defend well, and that Rondo's going to make
Defend
smart.
well how?
And that's what I'm saying. That's
He
what I'm
doesn't
saying.
defend
That's
well
why I said
anymore.
gamble,
Oh my goodness!
right?
That's my
right.
If
what
Rondo
does
was
gamble
still,
mean? You're taking a chance.
You're taking a
I'd rather
wild
I'd rather
chance.
take that chance.
You're taking a
that he's
wild
gonna give
chance.
me everything else that I know that Clark is not going to give me.
Yeah,
Even
shooting.
though-
He's
no.
gonna. Ian Clark is gonna be able to shoot the ball. Rondo is not.
So you're not understanding what I'm saying.
But you're gambling on all those other things. I don't have to gamble on Ian Clark making threes.
Yeah, but you know you're not getting anything else.
And I'm not getting anything else from Rondo. That's what I'm saying.
No, see, that's the thing.
He's
though. You're not
controlling the ball,
understanding that
patting the ball, looking for assists.
You're not understanding that Rondo can give you these things.
But he didn't
you're
last
saying-
year. He
no,
just chose not to last year.
So here's the thing. All right. are you saying right now Rondo at no point for the rest of his career is not going to be a solid defender, cannot push the pace, cannot make smart decisions with the basketball, a smarter decision with the basketball than Ian Clark would as a point guard for us? Are you saying Rondo will no longer do that at no point in his career for any team?
The defensive end, I'm 1,000% sure he's never going to be a
solid defender.
adequate defender. Not even solid, adequate. He won't even be that. As far as pushing the pace, if you want him to turn the ball over every other possession, sure, if that's what you want. As far as being a good locker room presence, of course. As far as him,
everything you've already said, then.
Of course, that's my point. That's my point. Why wouldn't I repeat it?
So with that said, all right, once Rondo is a Laker, we'll be able to see who was right.
Good luck.
Because Ian Clark's not going to be a Laker for sure. So once Rondo gets back to being a Laker, we'll see if Fantasy and I were right, or if you were right, and it's going to be as simple as that.
I just seen him play for the Lakers. I don't even need to see him get back. He just played for the Lakers, and he was garbage all year. All year.
LeBron was garbage on defense.
LeBron.
Now
Rondo,
we got him on the team, and we're perfectly fine.
Exactly. You want Rondo, Kuzma, and LeBron in your starting five defensively? That's the last thing on earth.
I'd rather have Rondo. Kuzma.
I said Caruso should be the starting point guard.
Rondo, Kuzma, and LeBron than Clark, Kuzma, and LeBron in my starting five.
Clark Kuzma. I never said about Ian Clark being the starting point guard, though.
No, but
I only said I'd rather have Caruso and Clark as my rotation rather than
I'd rather have
Rondo
and Caruso in my rotation. But you got to choose a starter, so I'm just choosing Rondo. So for the sake of this argument, I'm assuming you're choosing Clark because that's what we're arguing about.
No, I never said. I said.
All right,
Caruso.
well then, what's the point of arguing?
I'll argue that Clark is better coming off the bench than Rondo is.
There's just no.
So Ian Clark's not a better option off the bench than Rondo is.
See now,
if you're gonna start
that's
Caruso?
now that's a different one. That's a different argument because if you're going to give Clark 13 minutes, of course I'd rather have Clark come in.
When did I ever say
minutes.
Ian Clark's my franchise point guard? I said I like him better than Rondo.
I'm not saying you're franchise point guard. What I'm saying is we were saying bringing in Rondo, right? You have no other options to start. Like who's going to be your starter? If you bring in Rondo, he's going to have to come back as a starter. You're not going to bring him in to do nothing else. So if you're saying Ian Clark is a better option, I'm in my head I'm thinking, okay, you think he's a better option to start than Rajon Rondo.
I don't think
so. Then
Ian Clark or Rajon Rondo is a starting caliber point guard, either of them.
Then we
I know for sure.
Then we can agree on that.
I know for sure that Ian Clark brings me a better skill to the basketball court than Rajon Rondo does.
At this point,
shooting.
there is no debate. So I agree with that. I agree with that because I agree with that.
I don't see Rondo being a good fit in any circumstance.
D'Angelo Russell and Karl Anthony Towns were huddling as recently as yesterday. While the Wolves have been canvassing the league to make the trades they need to make, they conceal the former Nets All-Star as the new point guard in Minnesota.
Damn, D'Lo.
So no one's waiting, man.
Nobody's waiting.
But the Lakers.
Waiting for Rondo, baby.
Waiting for Kawhi. And it's still a smart move, man. You got to do it. This is our cards. We dealt this shit ourselves. I mean, and it's not a bad thing.
It's not a bad thing at all if Kawhi's in play. And he has to be somewhat in play for them to be sitting so still.
It has to be.
They can't be being told that it's unlikely and then they're still sitting there waiting. Something good has to happen. Vegas has it happening on our side. So many things have happened.
So the best free agents left at point guard: D'Angelo Russell, Patrick Beverley, Danny Green, Seth Bullock. At guard: Danny Green, Seth Curry, Reggie Bullock, Justin Holiday, Wes Matthews, Wayne Ellington, Austin Rivers. Who's Bradley? Is that Avery Bradley? Avery Bradley, who I didn't even know was a fucking free agent.
He's a shell of himself these days.
Corey Joseph, and then at forward, you have Kawhi Leonard, Jimmy Butler, Marquise Morris, Taj Gibson, Jermichael Green, James Ennis, Kelly Oubre. Oh shit, I forgot about Kelly Oubre.
Oubre is restricted.
And then at center, you have Al Horford, DeMarcus Cousins, Derek Favors, Brook Lopez, Kevon Looney, Enes Kanter, another guy that the Lakers were looking at. Then you have Ed Davis and Willie Cauley-Stein. So you're talking about, I guess, some players you can still fill the team out with. If
there's still some
Kawhi
guys out there. Somebody please sign Rondo. Knicks, do me a solid. Sign Rondo.
Kawhi should fax his decision to an AM traffic news weather radio station. That's
All right.
crazy.
Why would the... Okay, I wonder who the Timberwolves can unload Wiggins on. I wonder if Kawhi went to... Dang, Toronto's odds continue to fall in the sports book. Continue to fall. That's crazy, man. This has been
The
nuts.
Clippers or the Lakers, man. That's what it's boiling down to. And I think it's the second we hear about Jimmy Butler going somewhere will be the second we find out Kawhi Leonard if he's going to be a Clipper or a Laker. I think that's what it's really contention on, because it seems like, I mean, or fucking Clay. Shit.
Yeah,
Clay
Clay's deal was supposed to be announced as soon as free agency started.
So, yep.
Yeah, man. Episode 7. It's been interesting.
So, I mean, if you guys are still, I mean, of course, we got 5 people watching us now. So,
Oh, no. You guys
we
been sticking
appreciate
around. That's
everyone
been
here.
crazy.
We're going to go through the list again. Fantasy, Draymond,
Dr. Drake,
Dr. Drake,
J Squad, Paulino Huerta.
Daryl Coles, Paulino, man, everybody that stopped by, the 5 viewers that probably, or whatever viewers that didn't say anything in the chat, we appreciate y'all.
Yeah, man. We'll be back, man. Hopefully this was somewhat informative. And we'll be back with some more heat for you guys, man. This is episode 7 of 101 with Solo
And
and
Diamond.
Diamond.
So we'll see you guys hopefully soon. If anything, probably Monday. And hopefully we got an answer.
And hopefully we'll all be saying, "What do you do, baby?"
Hey. All right, y'all. It's been real.
It's been real.